Where do you? My stream key is gone. I that what happened? So, like, I actually took a picture of what was going on. I why would I don't know what the fuck just happened. Um so fucking OBS kept crashed, and then I tried to go relive immediately and it was like your stream key or something is fucked. And I was like, okay, like normally you would just go copy and paste your stream key and repost it and be fine. Stream key box is not there. It's literally not there. There's no stream key box. Still. What? So like, what? The fuck? I don't know. At least we're back. At least it's fixed. At least. We're all having a great time. I love technology. I don't even remember what we were doing. I lost all the links because I had to fucking restart my computer, and I apologize. But at least we got to listen to the Jungle one. We'll blame Jungle for now. Yeah, nothing. Nope. It just says like your server, it says like the Western US server or whatever, and then it says you're connected via Twitch, and then it has a little drop down where you can like, you know, fuck with it and be like it's Twitch or YouTube or whatever. That's it. It's just not there. I don't know if that's a new thing. Do we not have stream keys anymore? I don't know. Welcome back. Yay. Anxiety. Dude, Sheepy, I mean, we could always did it. Fridays, we intend to do that. Like, on accident, we tend to, it's Fridays, it's like Faded Friday, we just listen to music all day. We tend to, like, fall into a genre on accident. You're always welcome to set the mood. No, the disconnect account button's not there either. That's what's weird, because that's my second option would be disconnect and reconnect. There should absolutely be the stream key and the disconnect, right? Okay, that's weird. I'll have to fuck with it later. Well, okay, so the picture I took is not of that. Oh, thank you for reminding me. The picture I took was of OBS when I reopened it. This is what OBS did for like 10 minutes. It was just this. After I restarted my PC, this is all I got on OBS. Just a white screen. I was going to post it in the Discord if we couldn't get on to show you guys like this is what. But then it all of a sudden it just all loaded up after like literally watching it for 10 minutes. I know. It's me. I think I have something wrong with me and I ruin technology just by being around it. I don't know. At home with English, was that the weird dude? Yeah, I think something's wrong with OBS right now. As long we're live, we're good. I'm not gonna fuck with it right now because I do not want to. I don't want to ruin my stream again. But Jesus Christ, I know that's. I think what I'm gonna do is just reinstall it. I think something's wrong with it. I don't know. It's been doing this thing lately. Like I don't know if you guys have this, but when you open OBS, I have it set so it opens another window and it shows me like my bitrate and everything. And when I open it, it immediately is like before I even go live, it's like you're losing 80% of frames. And then it slowly gets better. So I like have to leave OBS open for like 10 minutes. I don't know what the fuck. It's me. It's got to be me, right? The weird Skyrim dude. Oh yeah. That guy was amazing. I think about that far too often, actually, Sheepy. That thing haunts me. Twitch becoming softcore porn, isn't it? I hope so. Honestly, we're the only place still on the internet that's like weird about shit. Really? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one, Sheepy. I'm not fucking with you. Just the other day, this was like 3 or 4 days ago. It was one of those moments where I literally was sitting here after stream and I was like, remember that one day we just watched that guy for 6 hours? And then I just thought about him for a while. Tits! I love tits. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to reinstall it. I don't know. Sorry about the blit. I feel like I have to apologize constantly. It's just so fucked. It's always me. I feel like it's always something. Like, it makes me feel bad. Like, why would I ever encourage anyone to come hang out at my stream if it's constantly fucked up? That's how I feel about it, and I fucking hate it. Hell yeah, B-Tree. And we need to cheers. I was literally gonna cheers right when the stream went down. That's what was happening. Pause music. Did you just hear that car fly by my house? Jesus Christ. I live at a four-way stop, motherfucker. Who are you impressing? Please play. Okay. That was fun. Hi. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the classiest place on earth. How are you doing? Good morning. Ha ha ha. What the fuck? He haunts my dreams and soul. Same. I think he will forever. I think that's a face that's going to be implanted in me for the rest of my life. I am watching you sleep. Oh my God. There's nothing wrong with, I mean, what's wrong with thinking about tits is an adequate excuse, in my opinion. Record scratch. So you're wondering how we got here. Welcome. Cheers. I'm so scattered now. That was panic moment. I just don't know what to do if my computer dies. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I do? Nothing. Please work. I like this song. This is running in Spotify. Spotify never fails me. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Glut. Single PC setup. That's what it's just, that would, I mean. How the fuck do you play a game and see chat with, I don't even know. I don't know. It would be a chaotic moment. I don't even remember how to run a one PC stream. That's really bad. I haven't had a one PC stream for 6 years. Fuck, it's been a while. Yeah. Wow. Huh. I honestly originally did it because OBS runs so hot. It just runs bad. It runs like 30% of your CPU at a time. Cheers. Is it low? Usually, Spotify is a lot louder than everything else, so I tend to knock it down a little bit, so always tell me if it's too quiet. Spotify tends to blast people, though, for some reason. Cheers. That'll make it better. Just a lot of multitasking and more monitors, yeah. And the, like, it's honestly, like, I shouldn't give it as much of a hard time, because the I call her the beast. The PC that runs OBS and everything is my Franken beast. It is the case that I have gutted and put new parts in a million times. Hold on, I want to save that song. Is this the next one? Go back. I really liked that song. Go back. Save. Like, where's my heart? I like that song. That's pretty. Is this a video? It's that guy, Tom Cardy. If you don't know Tom Cardy, he's there aren't enough things to say. He makes some pretty fantastic. You might have heard, like, Have You Checked Your Butthole? Red Flags. What other ones by him? Beautiful Mind is a newer one. It's the bitch at the end, and just him sitting on the couch with his long ass legs playing a drumstick as a flute that just gets me. You gotta loot that body. Loot the motherfucking body. Yeah. You gotta loot the motherfucking body. Loot the motherfucker! Hold on, I was trying to... Where is the link? You guys just gave me another link. Where is it? No! Ugh! Autoplay, though. I'm going to find whoever invented autoplay and peel them alive. Barry, you have nice skin. I'm not peeling you. Unless I can make a suit out of it. Oh. Do you moisturize? It puts the lotion on its skin. I have an itch. Oh, God. The worst itch on the bottom of my foot all of a sudden. Jesus Christ. This guy's super funny. I fucking hate autoplay. Especially when I can't go back. Like, now we're just 3 seconds in. It muted, it played. Now we have to watch it twice. And this is the only reason short form content gets views. I'm convinced of it. Fuck! Dude, sunbun hard same. Especially this time of year. Oh my god. The winter, like when you're just fucking blaring warm air at yourself constantly, my legs and my feet get so dry. But I'm like, I literally coat myself in cocoa butter, man. But I am a dry, crispity, crunchy. Oh my god, my foot itches so bad. I literally just had to throw my shoe off. Sorry. Let me grab that link. And your feet? Yeah, it's terrible. I hate it. I get it. You know what's weird? Right here. Right on my rib cage, right here, gets so itchy sometimes. Like while I'm sleeping, I'll scratch and cut myself. Right? I don't know what this is. Why is the skin right here so dry? It itches eternally for me. It's the season. 'Tis the season. It's true. Why do I need therapy? I have my weekly gaming group. I mean, I do. I love Epsom salt baths. I do that a lot for my muscles. Honestly, I do that a lot. Also to boil my body because I'm fucking cold all the time. But I love Epsom salt baths. I do that a lot. I'm just moving shit over. Hold on. Don't. If one of these autoplays, I'm gonna fucking. Don't fuck with me right now. Not today! Wait, did I miss one? Why do I only have two? Oh, well, if I missed your link, feel free to repost. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Actually, like, there's a whole Reddit thread that's like anti-autoplay, and I read almost the whole thing, and it's because it's literally this is why they do it. Like Instagram and YouTube Shorts and shit, they don't have a player. There's not actually a player. It's more like an ad or something. So because there's no pause play button, you cannot prevent autoplay, and that's they do it specifically so you have to watch it multiple times, and then people get more views and et cetera, et cetera. It's crazy. There's a whole thing to it. It's fucking gross. Okay, soup. Hold on. Soup is the next. That's this one. Yeah, soup is this one. I have no idea. Honestly, it made me think of only cans. Why is that so funny? I don't. It is okay. Maybe that's why it felt like a real conversation that would happen. It's nonsense and it's funny because yeah, I think literally that's it. Yeah, I had that soup one up so many times. Hold on. It makes me think of Soup Nazi. So yeah, I. Why was that so funny? I feel like that didn't deserve to be as funny as it was. Okay, this is the other link. I want to play it fast before I before I'm just like I don't want my computer to go down. This is spider alert. That's it. If you're afraid of spiders, just go audio for a minute and I'll let you know. It's I don't even know how long it is because the players don't tell me anymore. But there's some tarantulas in the video. So just like if that's a free or fearful thing, look out for a sec. Just it's probably short. I don't know. But fun fact, this species we're about to look at, I own right here. I have four of them. Actually I think Vile named them the Four Horsemen, but it's the only species of tarantula in the world that we're aware of that chooses to live communally, meaning they live together. So every other species of tarantula in the entire world will not do that. They will eat other tarantulas around them because you're just food. They don't have that thought process. But this kind, they're called the Monocentropas balfouri, otherwise known as the Socotra Island blue baboon spider. My brain, the fact that I can remember these names is fucking phenomenal because none of that information is on the video. They live on this crazy island. I think it's off of one of the east coasts of Africa called Socotra. No, Socotra? Yeah, Socotra Island. And the island's really weird. It's a really unique biome, but you could go there, pick up a log, and find 500 of these tarantulas, and it's the only place in the world they live. It's really weird, but except with me. But it is. It's a nest, but like no other tarantula lives like this ever. They will not choose to live like this. Tarantulas live solo. They'll just eat anybody. You guys know they eat their mate for fuck's sake. It's the only species that does this, so they're kind of fascinating. It's like Snake Island, kind of. Yeah, I'll pull up a picture of Socotra. No spiders, not yet. Don't worry. But the island is really cool. Like it's one of those places in the world that I think is like dumb unique, I guess. This is what the island looks like, and pretty much all the species that live on this island are really specific to it. Like, look at that. Weird. What a cool place. But this is where these spiders live. It's only on this island in the whole world. Wow, look at that. Weird. So cool though. Maybe I'm at the soup store because I randomly thought about soup while going to buy clothes. My ADHD likes soup was like soup store. I mean, that's a yes. They're like avatar trees. Exactly. Yep. That or like Dr. Seuss trees or something. They've got these. These are desert rose. A desert rose. Those are pretty rare. Those are other places though. Those aren't only on this island. But it's just a really cool island. I don't know. I do psychotic amounts of research before I adopt an animal. There it is, Socotra. There you go. It's right off the east coast of Yemen. That little tiny spot right there, that's the only place in the world these spiders exist. So, like, as long as you don't go there, you will never, ever come in contact with them. Nature is truly amazing. It's just cool that such a unique biome on this one island exists. I don't know. I think that's really magical. Nature is. Dude, do you know how long it takes to grow this plant? I would put out that this tree right here is at least 100 years old. I was just showing the island the spiders are on. I'm about to show the spiders right now, though. Just go audio and I'll let you know. I'll say when it's gone. It's got to be only a minute, though. This is the island they're from, though, which I thought was it's just interesting. But here we go. Spider alert. If you're afraid of spiders, now is the time to click out. It's probably only like 2 minutes. It's a fucking. So, because they cock blocked us. No. But no spiders. No spider. No spider. You won't see a spider. Right? No, there's none out. They're nocturnal. You're not going to see a spider. Don't freak out. No spider. Just showing you what they've done, though. Because I think it's cool. See all that webbing on the bottom and the little holes? That's not me. They did all that. They choose that design. I just put broken pieces of pot in there. Know what I'm saying? It's so heavy. But yeah, I just like this is really heavy. They're one of the species that like webs so heavily to not show what they did to their new enclosure fucking pisses me off. Because they do really cool shit. I've only got 4 and that's what they did to mine. They live down there. Don't worry, you're never gonna see one. I see one like once a month. That enclosure is heavy. The whole enclosure is really cool. I'm interested. I want to see what the spiders did to it, like the webbing. That's the coolest part. So spiders friendly. I have no spider who has come at me in an aggressive fashion. I would say that tarantulas have one ganglion, not even a brain cell, one ganglion. That's their nervous system versus our like fatty mass of billions of neurons and cells and shit going on. So they're a complete instinct, like 100%. They don't have like a thought process. So like it's really hard to attribute human characteristics, i.e., aggression and friendliness, to something that has a ganglion. But if you supply your tarantula with an environment that mimics their natural environment where they feel like safe, then they're not aggressive. That you don't have aggressive tarantulas. Some tarantulas like are deemed aggressive because they're fast. That species, very fast, but not really. Yeah, a ganglion. That's all they've got. They don't even have blood. Tarantulas run off lymph. A ganglion consists of many neurons. Yeah, but it's not like, as far as I've been led to believe, Sronlin, correct me if I'm wrong on this, it's not a brain cell. In like the term, how we would describe like one brain cell. I could be, I'm not a brain surgeon. I'm not a neuro person. Like that's Dr. Neuro's area. I just know very little. like research what I can, but they don't have a brain or a central nervous system like you and I do. I'm looking at a tweet of an Amazonian giant centipede. Okay. Mm. So the spiders in Indiana Jones were all wanting to eat each other. So probably not. Like those spiders, like spiders basically eat what falls into their home. And all of those tarantulas were not in their home. Like they were all transplanted into the temple and put all over the place so they'd crawl on people. So like they're not necessarily, they're probably more panicked as to finding somewhere to hide as opposed to like eating. But to most invertebrates, other invertebrates are just a meal. They don't associate like same species, let's be friends. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like centipedes scare me. Centipedes scare me. They freak me the fuck out, man. Don't male tarantulas come aggressively with their sperm mittens? Oh my god. Their fucking sperm hands. I don't know if you'd call it aggressive. They're just kind of stupid. I mean, they kind of go crazy because they like starve themselves to death essentially. You know what I mean? They lose their minds because they it's all just get fucked in their head. I mean, I'll still look at it. It does I don't have a phobia. I'm not phobic of them, but I don't want to fuck with one. Like I would not touch I don't touch my tarantulas. Like I don't they don't get pleasure out of it. I'm not getting pleasure out of it. I don't see the point. That's just how I view it though. I mean, to each their own. Uh, Tarantulas are super fragile. I know I talk about this too much, but like really, if you look at the anatomy of a spider, the thorax part where all the legs are coming out, that's got an exoskeleton, very hard. The butt is like moist tissue paper. That's how hardy it is. So a tarantula only needs to fall 3 to 6 inches to burst. So if you're like holding a tarantula for the gram and it decides to run off your hand, chances are it's not going to be able to stick and it's just going to crash and die. And I just don't want to risk that. It just feels really stupid. It just feels stupid. Some of my tarantulas were very expensive on top of that, and just like, putting one in danger like that just seems fucking ignorant. Oh my god, and they're holding it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. But why? Scorpion or centipede. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where's my hood? I don't have one. I can't hide. Ugh. No. Why would you? No. Why? Oh, no. Yuck. I don't know, man. Oh god, it's the legs. It's like the everything. I don't know. Scorpions, man, they really freak me. Scorpions, excuse me, centipedes. They not phobic, but just like I don't want to fuck with that. Cute. No, thank you. I respect it. Live in the Amazon, please. There's a Thailand one that I think's the worst bite in the world. Mr. Ned Flanders, thank you so much for raiding the channel today. Welcome, Raiders. My name's Katie, and it's wonderful to see you. Sorry about that bug. That was a big old scare, and we're not going to look at that anymore. Welcome. Can I ask what pleasure you get from keeping them? Absolutely. The way that I view my tarantulas, the best like example I can give to relate it to something else is a fish tank. Why does someone keep a fish tank? Look at it. You know what I mean? Thank you, Snorkypine. I fucking appreciate you. It's been a glorious 8 years. Thank you. It's been a long one, but I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm sorry you guys rated in on that scary bug. We were on scary bug topic. But yeah, literally they are fish tanks. However, to me, they're way more fun than a fish tank because I don't have to deal with water changes, pHs, water checks, etc., etc. And they create their own home. Like I have snakes and lizards and frogs. I have all sorts of little creepy crawlies in my house as pets, not just creeping around, just FYI. But after starting to get into the tarantula hobby, I get a little bummed out that my snakes don't like spin a beautiful new home from their asshole every night. I'm like, how come you just live in a rock? These guys fucking went Martha Stewart overnight, and you're all over there like, I'm a snake. So like, I don't know. That's cool to me, like that one. But when I just showed you the big one, that was just sticks and dirt. And then I put the tarantulas in there, and within a week, they had created all those little tunnels that go deep in the dirt. Like they excavate and they make their own home, and I think that's really fun to watch. Every tarantula is different. They all have different personalities, different like specifications as to what they want their enclosure to be specifically. And I find that fascinating to watch. I used to be into fish. I had a fish tank when I was in college, and I cannot stand aquatic things. I just don't want to deal with aquatic anything anymore. Also, tarantulas are insanely low maintenance, and that's probably the best thing. Like I got into the tarantula hobby years ago, but the main reason I like really got into the tarantula hobby was it's a pet I can keep that doesn't require insane amounts of maintenance, and I like to travel. Then COVID hit, so I've been just here all the time, and the tarantulas probably hate me for that. But literally, I could leave for a week, and I don't need anyone to come by and take care of them. They're fine. They're less care than a cactus, and they actually prefer to not be fucked with. So that's really nice to me because I do like traveling and shit, and I don't like, especially with a pet like that. I don't know a lot of people that would be willing to come over and feed 50 tarantulas for me. So it's nice to have that, to know that I can, peace out and not worry that they're gonna die or something. Sorry, I was trying to get music on and it was just failing me. Really good. Actually, Knives, I don't know if I ever told you guys this. I gave Knives the bitch a new enclosure. Um, and it's so cute to watch him in it because he's an African bullfrog. And like in nature, naturally, whatever you would say, they live in Africa in a in a dry environment, and they actually would like bury themselves in the mud and kind of cocoon, not really cocoon, but they live in like a mucus bubble during the dry season. And then when it gets wet and rain happens, they come out of the mud and live again. So, like the old enclosure I had set up for him, I had water and everything, obviously, but I didn't have a water thing big enough for him to swim in because I didn't read anything about these pixie frogs being like into swimming. If you're unfamiliar with the African bullfrog or a pixie frog, they start out this big and they end up this big. Knives is like this big right now ish. And he's about, I want to say 2 years old. But I gave him a pool and he swims in it all the time. And it's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I walk towards his enclosure and he jumps out of his log into his water and like swims around and does a little show. It's just the cutest shit I've ever seen. And I just didn't know. Why are we screaming? Wait, why are we screaming? Fish are wet. That's true. If it bites you, you die. It's venomous. If you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. I love that. That's very true. Okay, cool. So you're okay though. A fellow nature babe gets a follow, although I used to follow. Oh, thank you. We were just talking about ESO. I just started yesterday I started playing Once Human, and we were talking about because everybody keeps describing, Once Human as an MMO. And I'm like, I don't see the MMO. Like I definitely lost my balls to ESO for many, 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 many years of MMOing, and I don't see the MMO-ness. It's fun, but I don't feel MMO-y about it. It feels more like a survival shooter. But I like it. Thank you for the refollow. I appreciate you. I just love nature. Yeah, honestly, I've always like even when I was a little kid, I remember I love the little world. I don't know how else to describe that, but like I remember being, 3, 4 years old and laying in the grass and just putting my eye line with the grass and waiting. And then you'd start to see little bugs start to crawl the grass, fronds and like potato bugs. I've always been obsessed with that, just like watching nature. So it's kind of like having a chunk in my house I get to just look at. You can be MMOE if other players on that server are the same progression point. Otherwise, they'll be off in an advanced region. See, like, to me, an MMO is like instanced raids where you have to have like a tank and a healer and a whatever, and you're doing daily writs and et cetera, et cetera. And it just didn't feel like that. Like I was watching the chat, and it feels like a lot of people are like, hey, does anyone want to do a boss with me? And then no one responds to them ever. Like I feel bad. I don't know how to like how there seems to be a lot of people on the server who can't find someone to beat a boss with and they're just stuck. Because you have to beat a boss to like continue leveling. And it kind of like there's no grouping system, which is definitely what an MMO would have if they're going to have bosses that require more than 2 people to beat them because like not all of us have friends. It feels a little like that, but I like it. I mean, I don't care. I'll die. Thank you, Chuck Crispy. I appreciate you. There's a gap in the MMO quest part of the human in it. It's late in the beta cycle too, so player count might be dwindling. And that's I honestly I don't even think player count dwindling. I think it's what you said earlier. Like I just started, so I'm in the new zone. All of these people, I mean, how long has the game been in beta now? Few weeks at least, right? So like they're all on the other side of the map. Like they're probably like Race was saying yesterday, Race is like what level 37 or something already? Race, what level? Yeah, they're just like way out in the higher level regions at this point, which is understandable. Yeah, so the beta oh yeah, Vile. The beta apparently I think it's going to end early January. Someone said it yesterday. The game is scheduled for release ish August is what I heard from chat yesterday. It's pretty fun if you like a survival game, but I don't like that's my only pet peeve. Is like if the bosses are so hard you have to have someone else. That's something that will drive me away from a game. Because when I played MMOs, I didn't do PvE. I don't care about PvE. Like the only reason I did PvE is if there was some dank piece of armor behind that boss I wanted for PvP. And if I'm playing the game and I'm suddenly at the point where I need to beat the boss and I don't have anyone to beat the boss with, I will chances are log out and never play again. And that's just my personality. Like there are other games out there where I can go dive into a boss and I don't need to count on a real human to help me. It's immediate gratification. And I hope that something like some sort of grouping, something, you know? Okay, Race, but here's the thing. I tried to solo one of the bosses last night and absolutely couldn't do it. And I had the best weapons that you can get at level 1. Like, actually, halfway through the boss, I was so bored of doing such little damage, I killed myself. I was like, everybody said bring in a bunch of ammo, and I did, and this is taking 30 minutes. I'm out, and I killed myself. In the game, obviously, but it didn't, it felt soloable if you're okay sitting for 45 minutes behind a tower and just, like, sniping with shitty weapons, which I don't want to do. They're 100% calibrated. I could fucking show you. 100% calibrated, 100% leveled up, the best ammo that you can get at level 1. And I sat in it for 15 minutes just like pinging shitty damage, and I was like, you know what? Self-destruct. I don't want to play for I don't like that's a raid. That's what I did not touch in MMOs and I fucking hate. I won't ever go there. Raids. Mm-mm. I'm far too ADD. Like 10 minutes into a boss and I'm bored. I'm done now. We have to go. But that's ADD. That's just me. I know it. I'm just saying, like, that's what will happen. And I'm sure there's got to be other people like me that'll feel the same. Oh my God, I cannot do this boss by myself. I have the top tier gear and there's no one around. I'm out. Bye. Because then you just, like, I have every single blueprint. I have everything you can possibly do at level 1. And I couldn't. I mean, unless you sit there and ping for 45 minutes, I guess. Not my jam, but to each their fucking own. That's what it felt like. But you can't. I mean, being tanky is kind of impossible at level 1. Like you top out the gear, you top out the fucking weapons you can get at level 1, and that's it. And so it's like, you know, I'd be sitting behind a pole, ping ping, sit behind a pole, ping ping, 15 minutes go by, and I'd be like, now I'm just bored. I'm gonna go try to hit it. He hits you once, and it's all your health except 1%. It just felt like it definitely felt like I needed another person, and I don't want to have to need another person. I'm willing to work extra if I don't need another person, and you just can't. Like, there's no pushing the system. I've pushed it. One of them games, and by the end of the game, you're OP. I'd like to do that. I like when group activities are optional. That's my favorite kind of game. Like, it's optional to do a group activity, but you don't need to. Because, I mean, what if there's just no one around to help you? What are you going to do? Like, I literally logged into the game last night, couldn't beat the boss, logged the fuck out. There was no one around to help. What am I going to do? I've literally topped everything out. There's nothing else I can do. Nothing I can do until I beat that boss. So it's just kind of like, you know that feeling when you're like, okay. It felt like I was punched in the face a little bit by the devs. Like, go make a friend or fuck yourself is what it felt like. a little. I know. The TTRPG world has taught us HP sponges are boner killers. My Hive member's complaining to me. He can't solo the third boss. Yeah, I mean, Zach said he soloed the first boss, but he's got a lot more patience than I do. I tried raids. Yeah, no, too much for me to bother. Guess I'll just look at the cool gear from a distance. They do that in ESO. No shade. I'm not trying to throw shade on ESO. Probably all MMOs do this, but it's their way of forcing you to play all the content. So, like, the best armor for PvP will be locked behind a raid boss of PvE. So, you can't buy it anywhere. Like, that's the only place to get it, and it's a chance drop. I hear you can share loot nowadays, thank fuck, but it's definitely so you could spend 6 hours in a raid and not get what you need and have to do it again. Reason 693 why I don't play ESO anymore. Fuck that shit. Don't force me to play parts of your game. It's not fun. I hated it. And it's like, it's not even playing. Like, the way raids are designed, like I said, you need a tank, a healer, blah, blah, blah. Raids are usually like 12 teams. And the way they're designed to play is everyone has a specific spot they sit in, and you just button mash. For hours. I'm not exaggerating when I say hours. Maybe not 6, but like 3 hours. Sometimes 5, actually. I've seen people do 5-hour raids. It's insane. You don't even move. You literally don't even move your character. It's wild. I need heals. Can I get your horn, tank? I could go. Don't pressuring me into playing part of a game is going to get me to stop playing your game. Thank you, Harper. I appreciate you. We're using the AK Pioneer. I'm the bad with the gun names. I had all the guns. I tried all of them. No gun did any extra damage than any other thing. It was all just tingy. It just felt very tingy, like hitting a tin can. Final Fantasy, 14 has dungeons that you can do with NPCs, and it's wonderful not to be stressed out by other people if I don't want to be. That's what I want. I want that. I like playing with other people, but I don't want to feel like I need to look for another person. That's the problem. I don't want to feel that. I don't want that. Because, like, chances are someone's not around. And then I'm just boned. I literally went to bed at 8 p.m. last night because I just didn't know what to do anymore in the game. Like, I just stopped. I think we're spoiled having so many games that if I reach a roadblock in one game, I'll just jump to another and not look back. 100%. I mean, we are spoiled rotten, right? It's like I'm on both sides of that coin. We are spoiled rotten, and we need to be smacked sometimes, but also it is my spare time where I'm playing a game to enjoy myself. So, like, am I going to spend my free time forcing myself to do something I don't like? That's a game meant to be enjoyed? No. We have so little time on this earth, like, why force yourself through something you're not having a good time playing, I guess? So, like, samesies. I'm on both sides of it. I get it, and I get it. I like a challenge, but I like a challenge that seems doable. Or, like, this is what I'm used to. Like, in a game, you approach a boss, you fail, you can walk away and change something. Or upgrade something, or like, oh, maybe I didn't level up high enough for this boss, and go level a little bit. But in this game, that's it. Until you beat that boss, you don't get it. You're done. You won't find any more blueprints. You cannot build anything else. You're done now. Until you beat that boss. That's the only thing you can do to get to level 2 on your fucking tree. I paid a lot of attention to the game last night because I was pissed about this. And it felt a little stonewally. Like, what do I do now? Literally, it was go find a friend or fuck yourself. I like the game, though. Doesn't mean I'm not going to play. I do enjoy the building aspect, but I feel like it's one of those games where I might find people who are very obsessed with beating bosses and just, like, tag along so they can level me up just so I can go build. Because, like, that's my biggest problem. I can't get any more building recipes until I beat that boss. What if I'm just a builder and not a boss beater? What if I just want to build cute shit? But I'm fucked now. I have to go kill a boss to build some more cute shit. Like, it really stonewalls you on everything. Like, it's the tree, the tree of the skill tree. You are just hard locked until you beat that boss. And there's nothing else I can level up. The amount of times I've gone back to every single craft table in my house, like, oh, nope, everything's done. Everything's good. Like, I just don't know what else to do. It's just kind of Like, I know it's in beta and it's new, and they'll probably do something about it. Like, this is a new thing, but I don't like that feel. That's just me personally. It's definitely a number. It's a top way to get me to switch out to another game that doesn't stonewall me or has a grouping system. Like, you guys know I play Destiny. That's technically an MMO, but it's got a fucking grouping system. I'm never gonna be thrust into some boss by myself if I don't want to. And I like that. I don't need to like reach out to people I know personally and be like, does anyone want to sit in this boss with me? It's just like a random grouping system with people that are already in the queue to do that boss. They obviously want to do the boss. It's great. I'm probably just being bitchy, but that's a big thing to me. I don't want to have that's an extra feature, an extra step in a game looking for someone to do something with you that is very annoying, and I don't. I should be able to do it on my own in less than 30 minutes. One of the voice actors in ESO says, I need aid. And I heard, I need egg. So me and my friend that used to play would yell egg. Stop it. That's beautiful. That's why I could never get into WoW. 5 minutes in and I was bored. I couldn't get into WoW either. WoW never got me. I like would tag along with friends to do fucking RP shit once in a while, but I just couldn't get into it. Yeah, I remember short raids in WoW were taking 3 hours and boss raids. Yep. That you van only can do on a day off. Literally. People would be up. I had friends that did raids regularly and they found them fun. And I was like, this is crazy. This is like, why does this content exist? And that's the other things to carry on. Like, this is so terrible. I feel like a bad person saying this. I know I'm not. But like, I don't mind playing with random strangers as long as I don't have to talk to them. I don't like, you know? You know what I mean? That's why I like the random queuing system. I don't have to type in some world chat, please help me. It's just random queuing system. Boom. It's already understood because we were all in the queue that we want to beat this boss and we're going to do it fast. And we're going to get it over with. I like that. I don't want to talk. I ain't here to make friends. It makes me feel mean though. Because it's not like I don't want to talk to people. It's just like, not usually when I'm playing a game at nighttime. It's, night. It's my peaceful, quiet time. That is not the time I want to meet strangers at all. Like, in any way. What if you're a kid or if someone is an adept at higher difficulties, gaming should be accessible? Maybe the boss feels inaccessible unless you have friends. Destiny still needs a grouping system for endgame content. Agreed. I think they might be implementing something like that. I've read some rumors, but I don't know. Thank you, McTaggart. It makes me feel bitchy. Like, I feel like I'm nitpicking at something, but I'm very stonewalled. Like, there is quite literally, I could just wander the world and loot and shoot more things, but I will not level up until I beat that boss. That's it. Like Hylam in Valheim. Hylam? What? In Valheim, you could absolutely single all the bosses with the weapons you were given at that level. It felt accessible. Like, it was hard. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't 30 minutes of tinging something from behind a wall that can one-shot you. You know? Are kids playing MMOs? Honestly, I have no idea. Do kids like MMOs anymore? Zucrayon, and I used to solo quest to get my dailies, and then I would do my PvP, and I enjoyed that. But again, PvP, you didn't have to talk. It was a queue, a group queue. It was understood you all wanted to be there to do this game. I didn't need to communicate, which is great. My wife played WoW, but she always plays solo, and I love that for her. Not for me, though. Totally get it. I played solo and ESO all the time. And because it was easy to do. It was totally easy to do. Solo. Like, that wasn't unfeasible, you know? Like, because of the queuing system, I guess. But that's just me. Like, you guys know, in every game ever that even has a local world chat, I will put my picture over it. Because 9 times out of 10, it devolves into absolute trash. And the people saying, anyone want to do a boss? Get fucking lost in your mom's a big oozing cunt and I'm gonna fuck her with my dad's police dick. So I just put my face over it so no one has to deal with that chat. I very rarely look at it because most of the time it's garbage. But like last night when I was on the other server, not the one we started on stream, but the other one that I was on with Zach, and I was just fucking around. I was watching that chat, and people, anybody want to do the first boss? Nothing. Forever. And then it'd be another person. Hey, anyone down for the first boss? Nothing. And that's the streamer server, which is, I see people around all the time. Like when I was running around, I saw random people running around. Like the population's not dead. I did a stranger group Discord call once and they were cool and chill, but like it was enough for me. Thanks, bye. Yep, I don't. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. You're braver than I am. I would never. The only problem with doing a boss in a queue of random people is when you get the one player where the only thing that contributed is, yo, you suck at this. This game sucks. Thankfully, I haven't run into that in a while. Thank fuck. I don't know why though. I haven't really like in Destiny. Destiny is the only game I really play that's very much like I do random group content for like PvP and stuff like that, and the chat's mostly dead because I think the gameplay is so fucking fast that there's really no time to type. I'm on a fucking controller, so I'm not even on the keyboard. But when I was in ESO, that world chat was absolute trash fire. I always had my face on top of it, so it wasn't I just didn't even want it visible to stream because the things people chatted in there were fucking horrific. Horrific. I don't even, God, I think of some horrible things, and my God. I mostly bet people online through Twitch and Discord. Me too. Honestly, Twitch and Discord, like I've also cons, but I've never really met someone in a game that I've like developed a long-term relationship with, friendship or otherwise, that I'm aware of. But I know some people, like half the devs at ZeniMax, they all met their spouses like in Dark Age of Camelot or EverQuest like 5 million years ago and then moved across the country to be with each other. It's kind of precious. It's really cute, but that is never, I mean, women in the 90s that were brave enough to go into voice chats, bitches be fortified. I don't even know. I don't have that skin. I don't know. Like, I would just be in silence, like, oh my God, so many people are trying to fuck my mom right now. Destiny has the same issue. Unless you have friends, you can't do raids or some other stuff. See, and I don't do raids. Fuck that shit. But that's the thing. Like, I like Destiny because nothing I want to do gets stonewalled solo. PvP and stuff, it's all random grouping, which is great. I hate that long PvE content shit. Fuck me, dude. Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. I got better shit to do with my life. I think the chat is off by default, part of the problem. Oh, is it really? Mine was just on. I don't think I turned my chat on. Interesting. I wonder. Or I wonder if it's like one of those things where you have to like, you know, there's like world chat, group chat, team chat. Maybe people are chatting into the wrong chat. Chat. Most people playing Destiny by now are either in voice chat or Discord now, or don't talk because they know what they're doing. That's pretty much Destiny feels, in my opinion, it feels much like a hold your own kind of game. Like all the content I do is either 4-person team or 3-person team, kind of like PvP or some PvE stuff I'm doing like daily quests or whatever. And it's, you know, like if you suck and your team is great, you are not going to live. I don't know how else to put that. It's very much hold your own. So yeah, I would say like everybody just pretty much knows what they're doing. How do I put? I don't feel like I need to talk to someone in voice while playing Destiny. I don't feel like there would be literally any advantage to talking to someone out loud while playing Destiny. There's just no point. I don't need to like. We all know what we're doing. We all know where we're there. The game tells you, gives you quest pointers and whatever. And like, you know what I mean? I don't know how else to describe that. Versus a lot more like traditional MMOs, you do absolutely need a healer, a tank, and a damaged person at least. And then like, you know, fluctuate within that. I don't know, it's different, but I might be biased. I haven't played Destiny a bit, but I do have a lot of hours in it. I hate getting a healer that thinks they know what they're doing, and then me as the tank just dies over and over. But sometimes it's just because I got the person who grabs all the ads and then blames me for not tanking him at all. Sounds like they don't know how to play. I've played with people like that. Yep, met friends online, never in a game, same. Same. I don't know. I don't think I played like Dark Age back in the day and shit, but I've never been social while playing a game. I guess I kind of dedicate my brain to the game. I spent 10 minutes in Rust public server, got murdered 100 times. Jesus fuck my ass. By the same person. As soon as I got anywhere dead again, oh, you have one of those. I have those. I have one of those. And I'm not shitting you. Every time I've had a person, like, stalker's a strong word. But I played, you guys know, I was balls deep in ESO for many years, played a lot of PvP. I got relatively good at it. And there are one or two people in the world of ESO who maybe got killed by me at one point. I, honest to God, have no idea what I did. But from that point on, they made it their sole goal in their fucking existence to murder me anytime I logged into the game into a PvP zone. They just hunted me. And then they created an entire Discord server that still exists dedicated to hating me. It was to the point where I couldn't, like publicly on stream, I couldn't say where I was. Like what server or whatever. I could not say where I was because people would, this person, I'm not even going to say their name, but just a couple weeks ago, they stopped by in chat randomly. And I was like, you need a hobby. Wow, I shouldn't be your hobby. That's crazy. Jimlad, happy birthday! Sorry, my voice is so fucked. Happy fucking birthday. You're a legend. Shut up. Happy birthday. I hope it's wondrous. Oh, I know. I'm not exact. It's real. Like the Discord server's called the cesspool. And they just screenshot every tweet, every picture, every fucking footprint I make on the internet, and they repost it in this Discord server and then rip it into shreds. Reason I know? I have insiders. They're not as cool as they think they are. But they still, I mean, it's just crazy how some people can take a game. I mean, literally all I did was play PvP. And if you're not familiar with MMOs speak, PvP is player versus player. All I did for 8 hours a day for like 5 years on Twitch was kill other players. Like, we were all doing it. But for some reason, one or two of them got real upset that ClassyKatie took them out. And their whole life was ruined and they still think about it. And that's crazy to me. Like, move the fuck on. Children. I've reported it so many times, and they're actually really, really good at deleting the things as soon as I report them. So the sheer amount of emails I have from Discord saying, we received your report, we investigated your report, and there's no proof of foul, blah, 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 and then it's all reposted immediately. Like, if the posts, they don't care if there's a like, Discord knows the history of the posts, even if they've been deleted, but if they've been deleted, they don't act. It's fucking, I couldn't even, Eliza and I spent a good year fighting it and just gave up at that point. I was like, you know what? If you're talking shit about me, hating me, despising me, whatever, but you're still watching every fucking thing I do, bitch, you're a fucking fan. I don't know what else to do about that. I don't aim to be mean, but like if you're in a PvP part of a game where everybody is PvPing, like it's kind of understood that I'm going to player versus player fucking murder you. Probably try at least. My God, how many people do you think they do this to? Like, I know I'm not special. This has to be a hobby, like just stalking people who took them out. How many people out there are being reminded, like, oh yeah, like, I would have never known I even killed them. That's the thing. I don't know if I did. I don't know how I did. They're the only ones thinking about this, and that's what's crazy. It's crazy. It's just fucking crazy. I only get on VC when playing Fortnite just to call out when enemies are, otherwise just play. Yep, 100%. And that makes sense. I had a perma squad. Oh, I play lots of co-op games with friends. We haven't touched an MMO in ages. Yeah, I love co-op games, but MMOs, I kind of felt like, especially when I was playing ESO, I felt like I needed to play. Like, you know, they started doing daily login rewards and all this shit. And it was like, if you fell behind a day, then it wasn't worth it anymore because the last reward of the month was always the best one. And I never want a game to feel like a job. Again, like we have so many limited seconds on this earth before we fade into nothingness and just become dirt and fucking shit. Like, I'm not going to force myself to enjoy a game for fuck's sake, especially when there's bajillions of games in the world that I could just not have to force myself to try to enjoy. Which sucks, because they've like, I think that, like, especially in this Just Once Human, the building aspect of it. Like, I know there's gonna be gardening and shit. I have like 4 chests that are so full of seeds I can't put anything else in them, and I literally can't fucking plant them because the next level after you beat the fucking boss is how to build planter boxes. Okay. See what I mean by this fucking stonewalling? Like, I'm just getting tickled by all this shit it's showing me I can do. Obsession's the highest form of flattery. As long as it doesn't turn into a dark, scary obsession, that's fine. Yeah. Like, stick to the online stalking. Just think if they took all that energy and effort and devoted to something positive. I know, like getting better at the game so I couldn't kill them. Oh, shit! Sick burn, motherfuckers.
Ha ha ha.
I agree, though. Write a novel. Build something. So many things you could do with your day that don't involve following some fucking irrelevant girl on the internet. Oh, what? Oh, shit. Giuliani filed for fucking bankruptcy? Hold up. That's, I mean, kind of expected, to be honest. Don't autoplay, I hate you so much. Breaking Trump Alley. Ally? I'm so sorry. Ally, Rudy Giuliani, filed for bankruptcy days after a jury decided he must pay more than $148 million in damages to 2 former Georgia election workers he defamed by falsely accusing them of helping rig the 2020 election. For those that don't remember, it was a mother-daughter combo who had been volunteering at the voting polls for many years. And I do believe the daughter reached in her purse to give her mom a hard candy, and Giuliani decided that they were rigging the election and tried ruining their lives, right? There's a little video footage. Hold on, we'll watch it. I don't know what they're gonna say, but oh, it's a GIF. Is it a GIF? It's not a video. It's just a GIF. Just kidding. It was a ginger candy. There you go. Yeah, she reached in her bag to hand her mom a ginger candy. It was caught on film by like something, and Giuliani was like, "They rigged it!" And tried. I mean, they literally their lives have been horrific. They've been stalked. They've had their house and cars and loved ones vandalized and harassed. Like they've had to move. I think the mom actually had to change her last name or something. Like, their lives have been fucking ruined by him. I hope Giuliani has a fucking aneurysm. It is. It's disgusting. And the fact that he's now claiming bankruptcy, does that mean that they will get nothing? I mean, what does bankruptcy really do? It's so confusing because there's different, like, maybe whatever of bankruptcies. And I know businesses do it, but then they stay open. I just don't understand how it works. It seems like a way to just cop out of paying them anything. Good morning, Mayo, you old. Do you feel older today? I did it for you. It's fine. Oh, was that it? He described them as passing drugs? It just sounds so dumb. Dude, Giuliani was worshipped. I know. When you think about, 35 years ago, New York, 25 years ago, New York, right? Wasn't that long ago. Worshipped. To fall so steep of your own accord. Wow. Alcohol, not even thrice. Well, it's just I got this like waft of dust. I don't know what it was, man. I mean, Drakus, I feel like back then he might have had more of a functioning brain. Maybe, at least. This is an attempt to not pay a dime to the women he's ruined the lives of. That's what it is, okay? He's a scumbag, always has been. Even before 9/11, he was probably always a shitbag on the inside, but he was worshipped. I remember, he didn't have, at least, as a kid, I didn't pick up on, a negative connotation around the Giuliani name. For a bit. I mean, then it went to trash fire, but there was a bit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, so they're filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy basics. This chapter of the bankruptcy code generally provides for reorganization, usually involving a corporation or partnership. He's a person. A Chapter 11 debtor usually proposes a plan of reorganization to keep its business alive and pay creditors over time. People in business or individuals can also seek relief in Chapter 11. So this means that he's not trying to cop out. It's just he can't pay it all at once. No, man, no! Sorry, I like the dust. They really were, yeah. Yeah. It's how he sets up like a payment plan to them. Okay, that's kind of what it sounds like, but I was making sure I was understanding it correctly because I don't know shit about shit. I think they still get some money. Likely the amount he has to pay is more than he has. So he's trying to avoid getting all of his assets. Oh, so if he didn't do this, they could, I mean, essentially throw him on the streets, take like everything he owns in like a collateral way of trying to pay them, right? They could do that. I hope Legal Eagle covers it. Actually, thank you for reminding me. There was a new Legal Eagle video on the whole Trump thing I wanted to watch with you guys yesterday, but my internet flubled. I'm going to see if I can get it up today. They should get every penny. I mean, I 100%. I don't like. So that's what I was trying to think of a way to word it. This sounds so stupid. Can, like, if you just, as a person, I'm filing bankruptcy, can anyone tell you no? So sorry if this sounds so stupid, but like, can they be like, no, you have enough assets to pay these ladies and we're going to take them? Is that, I just don't, I have no, I mean, shocker, I haven't been in bankruptcy, so I fucking don't know anything about anything. But I think, yeah. See, Mayo, and that was what I was thinking about that, the Alex Jones thing. So Alex Jones, after, and this is, I'm trying to remember it from when we watched it because we watched that whole thing on stream, but like, he had already been sentenced and then filed for bankruptcy, and they were like, no, you can't do that. Right? Is that basically how that went down with him, if I'm remembering correctly? Usually your retirement money and primary residence are safe. Could be wrong. Oh, so they can't make you homeless. I think the judge has to decide that. I've never seen bankruptcy denied. See, I don't know. I don't know if Alex Jones was like, that's what I'm confused on. So Alex Jones definitely, he was like, you know, charged, whatever. And then he filed for bankruptcy, and they said filing for bankruptcy does not mean you don't have to pay this anymore. It was something like that. So he still was able to file for bankruptcy, but it didn't. What are the words I'm looking for? You guys are smarter than me. Help me. It's a petition. A bankruptcy court still needs to approve it. Okay. You'd have to prove you don't have any assets. Yeah, right. That's what I would think. Because, I mean, that would basically, like, if you don't have to prove anything, then anyone could file bankruptcy, right? Oh my God, Michael Scott. It's too real. It's too fucking real. Yeah, this new legal video. The Supreme Court will decide Trump's fate. So if you didn't hear, Colorado, where I currently live, took him off the ballot. Supreme Court of Colorado said, "Fuck you, you insurrecting piece of garbage. You're no longer on our ballot." And I'm very curious to see what Legal Eagle has to say about that. If that, I don't know what that fucking means. I feel so ignorant when it comes to this stuff. I can save your life, but I know shit about shit anything else. Sucks. All my brain got taken up by healthcare. I wondered, so if it's a petition then, Crispy, I would imagine that some sort of bankruptcy court will go through his assets or something like that, right? Like that's how that works. You have to prove you don't have enough assets to cover your debts. The 148 mil is bankruptcy proof. However, the best he can do is work out a payment plan. So they will get money. I mean, these ladies aren't going to be fucked. I mean, they've had their life utterly destroyed, but at least this money could make it so they can move as far away from this place as possible or something. I don't fucking know. At least as long as he's not getting out of it. Joann's is going bankrupt. No shit. You know, though, that's why I'm curious about bankruptcy. That's why I'm like confused by it. Because, for instance, Lowe's claimed bankruptcy during COVID and they're still open. I thought if thought bankruptcy meant you were going out of business, and I feel like maybe that was very ignorant of me. Was it? Oh. Yeah, Toys R Us was another one, but they did eventually close, right? There are no I haven't seen a Toys R Us in years. Okay, yeah, so that was the thing. I just assumed. I really didn't know. Bankruptcy does not always mean you're shutting down, correct? Okay. Bankruptcy is just restructuring your debt. God, that's weird. Huh. Of course, we're confused. The whole system is bullshit, so companies don't have to pay their debts. I mean, they make it confusing on purpose, right? That's what it feels like. Oh, reason number 2424234. Why I hate NC. My dipshit Republican Congress members are going to try to get it stopped in other states and make it not possible for states to do that in the future.
Weird hill to die on, but at least they'll be dead.
Gotta love the 14th Amendment, but I hear Maine is next to do it, and they're 100% Republican controlled. And that's, I mean, I've heard a lot of states were on the edge of doing it anyways. And like, this is again my dumb brain. I've been thinking about this for days, ever since Colorado said this went down. Please straighten me out if I'm thinking wrongly, because I really just don't know. But like if an entire state is incapable of voting for you, you pretty much like probably can't run for president, right? Or are electoral votes enough to be like, half the states don't matter? I don't know. Really? Toys R Us still around? Wow. He could still win. That's what I was thinking, because it's all the electoral shit. All those stupid electoral votes pretty much, I mean, popular vote means shit all, right? Yeah. Yep. Electoral votes pretty much nullify everything. Yeah, there you go. When you're liquidating your assets, you are more likely to be shutting down. And that's usually when a company like that I've seen in the past claims bankruptcy. It's like like Vile was saying, tons of their stores will shut down, but a few will stay open, and that seems to be the restructuring or whatever. Thank you for explaining things like this to me like I'm 5. I mean, shocker, I know nothing about bankruptcy. Weird. No, we're pretty darn blue. We're one of those states, honestly, it reminds me a lot of Washington State, where it's like the vast majority of human beings in Colorado live in Denver or like Boulder, like right up against the mountains, and we're all hippies. This is a very blue, very gay area, very open, positive, wonderful. But then literally the rest of the state is all farmlands and red. Military is south, farmlands to the east, all red, but there's no people. So their vote gets kind of fucked. Washington State, same way. I always like, I may not agree with you, but I still think your vote should matter and count regardless. Like, you get to be you. If I get to be me, you get to be you. And it was like watching an entire state of people just be kind of, because it's like the population difference between Seattle and Spokane is so astronomical. And what's crazy is Spokane's actually the biggest city in Washington, but it's not as populated as Seattle. That's where all the votes go. It's kind of like that. So if you looked at it, I'd say we're a purple state by landmass, but by like human population and where the vote's actually going to go, we've gone blue for years. Electoral votes yeah, they make it not matter, which is lame. 100%. Yeah, we've definitely like all of the politics in general in Colorado in my, 4 years. I've almost lived here like 4 years, this March. Of 4 years of living here, they feel very, I don't like to use the words liberal and shit because those words really don't mean anything anymore. They feel good, i.e., we are a sanctuary state for trans healthcare. We have codified Roe versus Wade, women's rights and body rights and abortion rights are codified here. Like, that kind of shit has gone through. Obviously, weed, shrooms recently got like legalized or whatever, growing shrooms, something like that. Like, they feel progressive, I guess. Like, I know a lot of people who live in Nevada and a couple other surrounding states who their doctors are in Colorado because we're a sanctuary state. You can be an out of state resident and do telecommunication appointments with a doctor in Colorado for trans healthcare if your state does not offer trans healthcare. Because there are states out there that are like, oh my God, you're trans? Die. Ha 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 ha. What the fuck? Shame. Hi, Bubba. What do you smell sleepy? What are you up to? Yep, King and Pierce County hold 3/4 of the vote. I didn't even know it was that much. Holy shit. Yeah, there you go. That's where the people are. Yeah. Very purple. It feels purple. Yeah, I would say that. Wow, Petco and PetSmart are fucking PetSmart, they're shit. Let's be honest, they can go out of business. He's actually not off the ballot yet. Stayed pending appeal, but one state is not going to deny him the primary. No, not at all. I think it's more of a move to be like, hey, other states do this. Like maybe they think if they do it, other states will do it. And like someone was saying earlier, Maine might do it. Like I know a lot of people who they identify as nothing these days because they feel icky, but they did previously identify as Republican and they fucking hate Trump. I know a lot of Republicans who absolutely hate Trump with their soul. So I don't know. I don't think being a Republican doesn't necessarily mean pro-Trump. I don't know. It doesn't feel that way. Or I know several people who did vote for Trump and vehemently apologize and feel horrific and they're like, I didn't know, I feel so stupid. I followed my brethren and I feel like an idiot and I can't go back and change it, but I can do different things today. Like best you can do is learn from your mistakes, right? Everybody fucks up. That's the thing. Most of the people I know who self-proclaim as Republican or whatever, or did in the past, they're Republican on the money side. They do not want to take away the rights to my body. They don't give a fuck about They don't want to take away Roe versus Wade. Like they want me to be able to get an abortion. Like all of that. They're on it because they don't want to be taxed and they want to keep their money. And like I might not agree with them politically on that stuff, but at least they don't vote. They don't like Trump. I can find solace in that. You need 12 states to win the electoral vote and become president, or only 23% of the popular vote to be. Wow. 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 And that's the thing. That's why I know a lot of people who don't even like to claim a political party anymore because they're like, my party's crazy. Like the party of the Republicans nowadays, they're like, it's gone Tea Party and it's insane. I don't want to be any part of that at all. And I kind of like, I feel that way about people who go really too far on either way. Like extreme liberals, extreme Republicans, people that just like treat it like a religion or a sports team. It's like, doesn't matter what we stand for, we just gotta win. I don't think that's healthy at all, either way. Yeah, Adam, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, I just got learned up by chat on what bankruptcy is and shit because I was like, I wasn't clear on if that was gonna bone those women who he tried to destroy the lives of. Just an FYI for anybody just swinging by and didn't catch the whole conversation. Those women are still gonna get money. Apparently, the bankruptcy, Chapter 11, means it's restructuring his debt so that he can set up a payment plan to them if it's approved. Hi, Bubba. If it's approved. And that means he can't, like, if he doesn't have the assets to pay it or whatever. Thank you, Chronic. I appreciate you. I know a bunch of people who voted Trump from both sides because they felt he was a good businessman. Yep. I've known people that way too. And anybody I know that did that, they've absolutely been like, I am so sorry. Please kick me in the balls every time you remind me of what I've done. I'm so sorry. Like, everybody makes mistakes. Yes, it kind of fucked our world up. I would gladly kick you in the balls, but I appreciate that you're willing to change as a human. Everybody can change. Same thing happens with my parents' house when my injury made them bankrupt. Jesus. Ugh. Hospital bills, though. Been registered, no party preference as long as I voted. So have I. So have I. Because there's the extreme people on either side make me feel nervous. Extremes are never good. The people that take things, it's like PETA. I feel like I bring them up as an example all the time. But I was vegan for many years, and to this day, I very, very much stand up for animal rights, and I love animals almost more than people most of the time. But PETA's insane. Those are not pro-animal people. They euthanize more animals than almost anyone else, ever. They're horrible. The extreme is never okay. I had a photo of this for the Sanctuary page yesterday. I'm kind of proud of it. Shared. Ooh. Hold on. My Discord's actually up today. Oh, thank fuck. I was like, no! It almost didn't come up. Rad libs. Rad libs. Am I saying that right? Rad libs. Is that what it's called? I don't think there's an actual party that adequately represents my views, but I vote for Democrats because that's the only option that defeats Republicans who want LGBT people to just vote, to just stop existing. That's basically, it's sad. Viata said it the best, though. I wrote it down on a post-it, and I had it on my computer for years. I'm trying to think of how she worded it because I lost the post-it. It's like, I vote the path of least harm. Less harm, least harm. It was worded something like that. I vote for the candidate that is going to cause the least amount of harm. Something like that. And I just loved the way she worded that so much because that's basically how I view it these days. It's not, this is the candidate I'm in love with. I don't think I've ever liked a politician. They suck. It's more like, which one of you is going to fuck everything up worse? Which one of you is going to try to like look at children's genitals to make sure they match your antiquated views of gender so they can play a fucking sport when they're 8 years old? Pedophile, but also not you. You know what I mean? It sucks, but that's how I have to filter that kind of shit these days. I mean, I don't have a top lip. Welcome to the party. My sister and I love this. When you smile, it just goes away. The turtle. My sister and I have it. We love to make fun of each other for no lip. Welcome to the no lip club. Oh my god, you're right though. That's a beautiful picture. I think it has to do with the stripes and the books behind you, like the color combo. Those are both gorgeous pictures of you, though. You're really so cute. I love him. You know, dude, I've tried. Like, I've tried to cheat the system, and I've watched a million tutorials on how to, like, overline your lips or whatever. Even looking at people, I don't think there is any fucking way to do it where it literally looks okay. It's always looking funny. They're editing it in a photo app. Oh, the baby. I feel like I wouldn't register for a party unless I ran for office. I don't agree with a lot of GOP initiatives. I don't agree with some lefty initiatives either, but it doesn't mean I have to pick a side 100%. And I'd honestly, this is my opinion. I mean, not opinion, but like, we're the only country that has basically developed a two-party system. Yeah, there's other parties, but really, do they ever get enough votes to even matter? No. And it's not healthy. That's what creates like that team-like mentality. My team has to win. We don't have options. Fucking Strahd, thank you for those biddies, you generous fuck. It's been a beautiful 8 years, and I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you. The only reason I registered as Democrat was so that I could vote in primaries. Otherwise, I'd register liberal. Yeah, I totally get it. It sucks that you like have to predestine a team to be on. It is weird. It just reminds me of sports, man. It reminds me of sports teams. It's weird. Just vote for the D&D party. Let's roll for the policy. Who want human rights? Roll for it. Amen. Jonathan! Oh my god, side note on D&D. There's a makeup, well, it's like a clothing makeup brand, whatever, called Vampire Freaks online, and they're coming out with a D&D themed makeup line. It looks really cool. You can get every single piece, and it's a lot of makeup for like $300, but they're going to sell it separate. It looks fucking cool. Fucking cool. Oh man, a 3 for... A collar fastens around your neck with large hands from behind, and you are suddenly a pet. Little sister Sarah! How are you, little sister? I miss you. It's not bad knives. I didn't see, like, it looks like it's all eyeshadow. Like, eyeshadow, lip gloss, like, I didn't see any shit in there that's, like, skin stuff. I don't think they're gonna fuck with that because we know that's how we judge that brand. But it looks really cool. It's like, it's all themed. Like, there's different, I think it's the classes. I think they're theming each palette or like each little makeup bundle by the class, by like a class or an ability or something like that. But it looks like it's all like duochromes and high shine, high shimmer shit. It looks really cool. I was honestly not bummed about it. Most themed makeup these days is fucking boring. Washington doesn't track party affiliation. Good. I hate that. I want people from both sides of the local level because there's just some terrible people on both sides. I agree. And I think the two-party system makes it so that none of us can come in the middle and have a conversation. Like, "Hey, we actually agree on a lot of the same stuff, but we're so stuck on our team that we can't fucking talk about it." You rolled a 2. Oh, crap. Gone. Just dead. No, I'm not, but I was just saying there's a, like, makeup, clothing brand, whatever, online shop called Vampire Freaks. I've never actually gotten any makeup from them before, but I got an ad on Instagram that they're releasing, I think, the day after Christmas or something, this huge collection of all D&D themed makeup, and it looks actually pretty cool. The reason I say actually pretty cool, there's so many brands out there that make themed makeup, and they'll make, like, a palette that's, like, trying to think, Simpsons themed. And you're like, "Oh, fuck yeah." Like, everyone in Simpsons had, like, different weird hair colors, and they were all yellow, and, like, there's gotta be some cool colors, and that whole palette's beige. They do that a lot, and that's really fucking annoying. I don't need more beige. Big shock. At all. Like, you have a chance to make a rainbow palette, and you make fucking beige. Erican, did you see that? The D&D, like, Vampire Freaks makeup, it looks fucking sick. Did you really? Do they have pretty good stuff? I mean, Vampire Freaks used to be like a gothic dating site back in the 90s. I love poo. Thank you for subbing to my YouTube. No, Harper, we've had quite the morning. My stream crashed. We've been recovering. But I have them all listed out. I'm gonna make a poll for them. Oh, you got banged. It's like if if you're typing and you do a period and then you don't do a space before the next letter, the bot thinks you're typing a link and it fucking bangs your message. It's link protection. I apologize. It's so silly. Nice. Good morning. Well, time zone, Tony. I hope you're doing well, honey bean. The big problem is there are people on both sides who will never agree on shit, whether it's one side. Exactly. Like, it's the team thing. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but it's like, well, my team says this. I can't believe or agree on anything the other team says, and it's weird. Ooh, BDO. Fuck yes. Get it. I don't know, Rod. Honestly, I'd never heard of them before I saw this. I mean, I'm a D&D person, so that's probably why it came up for me. I'd never heard of this brand before. But Adam's saying they're pretty good. They had good stuff back then. Not sure. I haven't bought from them in a few years. Jacket was really good denim. That's a good. I mean, I hate fast fashion. I haven't bought clothes in years, but when I buy clothes, I plan for them to last forever. Atheos, yes, it's. If you want to type it again, please do. Do not copy and paste it. So basically, what it is, it's my bot protects us from links, and there was a period and no space between the period and a letter in the sentence. So it thought you typed a link. That's it. It was just a grammatical error that my bot interpreted as a link. If you copy and paste it, type it, and just put that space in there, it's fine. We have to have link protection because, unfortunately, myself, my mods, this chat, we are responsible for anything posted in chat. So if some asshole decides to come in and put murder porn in chat and I don't have link protection, I'm responsible. Like, if anyone else clicks that link and then reports me and says, like, Katie let this link be in her chat, I get my channel shut down. It's so stupid, but it's just, ugh, I'm sorry. I know! It's very annoying, but that's it. Nope, it's the bot. If you just, it's totally fine. It's just it's the link detection shit. I know, and there's no other way to do it. Like, I just don't know how else to protect from that stuff. And we do, I mean, it's happened many times where people come in and try to post weird links that are just very inappropriate for anyone of any age. But that's it. It's just the automatic bot. If you copy paste it and get rid of that space, you gonna be totally okay, honeybee. Yeah, it's link protection, man. Ulta has some pretty decent special palettes that are actually multicolors and not just boring beige. Ulta is the shit. Ulta knows what's up. They've literally won the game. Honestly, I think the biggest move they made was having drugstore makeup and name brand, whatever you want to say, department store in there. Because there's so many makeup, like just items in general, that paying for it $40 via Chanel or $10 via the drugstore, you're getting the exact same product. So being able to go one-stop shop and get all the shit I want from a drugstore, and then the stuff that does, matter, getting a little higher quality all in one place is everything. Murder porn. No, Barry, no. Not today. Not today. Zandivia, that's like I said, like I know people have friends who have previously described themselves as Republicans in the past. How and like we don't have to agree on everything for us to be friends. However, I do draw the line at people who are anti-trans, anti-LGBTQ, racist, etc. That is where I cannot because I just cannot sympathize with the way you think. You straight up just want a population of human beings to not exist. And that I can't, like, that's a line I'm just on the other side of. I couldn't with that. Yeah. That's one of those yuck, what happened to you kind of moments, you know? Getting banned any percent speed, run the timer still running. I mean, it's not that hard. Me too. Vile. I mean, you know, I was a Sephora stan. Like, I just didn't know better. We didn't have an Ulta. I didn't know better. I have not shopped at Sephora since you informed me of the things, and it's amazing. And honestly, I found so many better brands at Ulta because they have like licenses who gets to have what on a lot of the specialty stuff. And it's lame, but what are you gonna do? Women tell me the periods are just about as murder porn anyway. I mean, honestly, probably worse. My morals are not flexible enough to survive that. That's a good way to put it. I would say my morals are absolutely not flexible enough to survive a conversation or friendship with someone who holds negative views towards the trans community, etc., the gay community, children. Like, I still can't get over that there are states in America where they're like, yeah, it's totally appropriate for a teacher to lift the skirt of a little girl and make sure she doesn't have the genitals we don't deem as female so she can play sports at the age of 8 years old. If my child came home from school and was like, Coach blah 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 looked at my potty today to make sure I could play softball, I'd be in jail for murder. It's just shameful. Our country should feel gross. Yes, Ulta has all the Korean skin. Like, I feel like Sephora has the Korean skincare brands that have been around forever that we didn't know was Korean skincare, like Shiseido and shit. Kind of the overpriced stuff. Yeah, Ulta has way better stuff. Not because the team, I mean more on their personal beliefs, whether faith-based or just wrong information on what policy they're arguing about. Like the one saying that LGBTQ plus should be criminals. Oh yeah, yeah. I catch you. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's weird. I don't know. I can't. It's so hard for I can't help it instinctually. I want to put myself in that person's place and wonder where the hate came from and what is stopping them inside from just like maybe not hating everyone and all the time. Atheos, hard agree. Hard fucking agree. I could not agree harder. At 8, there should not be a different team depending on gender, anyways. Word! They're 8! Right? I know I say it all the time, and I know I don't need to say it to you guys, but trans women are women, trans men are men. They owe us nothing in terms of how they outwardly express themselves, etc. Leave them the fuck alone. Trans rights are human rights, period. For fuck's sake. It's just the fact that we need to say that is, we should, what? Ah! Know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm losing my mind sometimes, but I'm just glad. I'm very thankful that we have this place where we can shoot ideas, we can talk with each other, and I know I'm not the only person looking at the world and being like, is it on fire? Am I the only one out here that's just like, maybe leave people alone? Maybe worry about your own shit? Is it me? And I appreciate that you guys are here to be like, nah, dude, the rest of us are just trying to get our own jimmies too. Like, I'm not thinking about what other people are doing in the bedroom if they're consensual adults. I'm hoping they're having a good time. Like, go you. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, did you just get that anniversary prompt? That's fucking hilarious. It's been 8 I know, I can't believe it's been 8 years either. It's weird, we were talking about it yesterday, but it's I think honestly, it doesn't feel that way because it's been fun. For the most part, it's been quite a blast. And so it just doesn't I don't feel like it's been forever. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. It doesn't feel like that at all. 8 years is such a long time. I know. I mean, to be honest, how do you even find people on Twitch anymore? It's such a kind of it's very saturated. I don't know how, and everybody's trying to be a gimmick. I don't know how. I got one of the worst educations for my mental health, BA in sociology, minors in comparative ethnic studies, and women's studies. Oh, honey. That's like when my sister came out of college. She did a lot of women's studies stuff too. In history, she wrote her paper on like the Amazons who cut their tit off to shoot arrows better. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shut the fuck up. They t- Pete and Baz deserve this. Hold on. Dexerto put out a link about Pete and Baz. Holy shit. The UK hip hop scene is out of control. Did you not know? Oh my god, we listened to Steel Panther the other day. I brought him back. We're always going through cycles. I'm just hoping the women I've been with in the bedroom has a disappointment kink because, well, shit. I mean, Erican, I don't know if this will make you feel better or worse, but like, at the rate that we're disappointed, I doubt you stood out. So, better just blend in, right? You can't be the worst. Someone out there probably had a crunchy hole or something. I don't know. I have to pee. I guess this is like technically first break of the day. I don't even know because my stream has crashed. So break. I'm gonna get the charity stuff and I'll put the poll together. I'm gonna do a poll here and I'm gonna do one on Twitter. So we'll have 2 polls going, but I have a handful of charities, and then once we narrow them down here, I'll put them on Twitter, and then we're gonna vote for what charity. I just gotta grab my little notebook where I wrote them all down. I'm so sorry. It's not like I tried to dictate what they could do with their bodies, just that I had no idea how they worked. I mean, no shit. This morning as I was scrolling TikTok, I ran across someone who was like, commenting on some dude talking about how when you meet your woman, that they shouldn't gain 1% extra of body fat after they meet you. Otherwise, you've failed as a man. And that we should all be at 18% body fat. It just went on. There are no words. Like, I'm serious when I say it's impossible for you to be the most disappointing because people like that exist. BRB, I'm gonna go pee my pants. Welcome back! Brr! Fuck. It's cold outside. Thank you, Shootalers. I appreciate you. It's been a wonderful 8 years. It seriously doesn't feel like 8 years, which is crazy, but they say, time flies when you're having fun, whatever. These fuckers are okay, I guess. What? Allie, no. Stop falling. Oh my god, cork soaker. Wine? Fuck that shit. This is why I fucking shovel my driveway. Are you okay? I grabbed the Dredge Dave. Oh, is it good? See, and I watched Dave the Diver. I do not understand the game. I know everybody loves it. I've never played it. I do not have it. But it looks like a fishing game and then you make sushi? Or something like that? It looks cute, but I didn't get it, I guess. But people fucking love it. So, it's got to be not terrible, right? Music is being weird. Stop it. Big goose on my leg. Lady was like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" With tears in my eyes, dude. Oh, it was the silent, horrible pain you couldn't speak moment, where tears just start welling up in your face, and you're like, "Fine." I love those moments. Those are the best. I feel that viscerally. Yeah, you fish and then you make sushis. That's what I thought. Yeah. 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 It's a survival game and a business management game. Fucked. Yeah, it looked like two different games at the same time. That's why I was confused. Nope. Yeah, there's definitely like a cooking part. I don't know about that cooking part. Whoa. I don't know who gave me this. Someone gave me I had a different, not the Dexterdo, but someone posted another link. The 18-year-old hacker who leaked GTA 6 clips has been sentenced to life in a hospital prison. What? He hacked Rockstar at a hotel using an Amazon Fire TV stick while in police protection. What? Oh my god. The jury was told that while he was on bail for hacking NVIDIA and BTEE and in police protection at the Travelodge Hotel, he continued hacking and carrying out his most infamous hack. Despite having his laptop confiscated, Kurtaj managed to breach Rockstar, the company behind GTA, using an Amazon Fire Stick, his hotel TV, and a mobile phone. Kurtaj sold 90 clips of the unreleased and hugely anticipated Grand Theft Auto 6. Whoa. Whoa. Why is it a hoss? Is he sick? Wow. With a fucking fire stick. Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, he's got to be sick. That's the hospital part was throwing me off. I'm like, indefinite hospital? Jesus Christ, sunshine. Figure your shit out. The cloud must have gone by. Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, I feel like this kid's gonna be one of those kids who ends up like a one of those like a person that doesn't exist but exists and works for the government. Like tier 3 autism or something, whatever the fuck that means. He's smart as fuck, whatever. Damn. Oh yeah, doctors deemed Kurtaj unfit to stand trial due to his acute autism, so the jury was asked to determine whether or not he committed the alleged acts, not if he did so with criminal intent. A mental health assessment used as part of the sentencing hearing said, quote, continued to express the intent to return to cybercrime as soon as possible. He's highly motivated. That's amazing. I mean, I'm kind of impressed. Like, he did a naughty, but I'm kind of impressed. Is that this is like Ghost in the Shell, right? Yeah, I don't know. Like I guess they're ranking. I don't know. I don't know what that like. I have no idea what any. I mean, I'm impressed, dude. Thank you, Mr. Fox. I appreciate you. It's been a good 8 years. See, and Zendivia, that's what a lot of people like. Zach stopped playing that diver game because he said that the cooking part was really boring. The tier stuff's probably in there. People are stupid. They'll say all sorts of shit. I don't have a fire stick. A fire stick and a cell phone. I mean, the police must be embarrassed. He did it under police protection. That's hilarious. If they were smart, they would hire him and show him the correct way to go about it. This coming from someone who studied cybersecurity. I'm thinking they probably, I mean, why wouldn't they? Someone's going to try to hire him, right? Yeah. It might not be, these people, but someone, I would put money down that someone's giving him job offers right now. Well, he could right now he's hacking in and sharing information that shouldn't be shared. He could work for cybersecurity. I think that's what they're meaning. Like, like you can do what you like doing, but do it for the powers of good. Go after fucking psychos and like, I don't know, pedophiles or something. Like, not saying I would want that kid to see those things, but you know what I mean? There are better ways to use your hacking skills, is what I'm getting out of that. Yeah, Lizzie. I mean, I've heard about it before. I would assume something like that's got to go on. He's too smart. That's too smart to let that skill go by. How old is he? Do you know? What is that? The first three. Wait, DC homos. What the fuck? The first three words you see in 2024 is what 2024 will bring you. Am I supposed to actually look for words? Boyfriend, hat. Three. Oh, a threesome. I'm getting a boyfriend, a hat, and a threesome. Shut up. Pay, bears, and send it twink. You win. Damn it. You win. What am I going to do with a hat? I know. Fuck. I hope it's a big hat. Joy Pizza and Poppers? Oh, shit. Knives are going to experiment this year. Huh. Interesting. We're all getting gay this year. Poppers? Poppers are something that you can take to relax your anus muscles to have more pleasurable anus sex. From what I understand, right? It's shoe polish, I think, actually. Or it's marketed as shoe polish or something. The gays of the community taught me. How big does it have to be to count as a threesome? Oh. I mean, is the hat sentient? What if I'm like the guard guy in the labyrinth? With the bullet on his head. This guy's such an idiot. You know what I'm saying? That could be a threesome. We don't know what this hat is. Fame, pussy, joy, dude, you win. You're becoming a porn artist. That's the popper. Thank you. That's the poppers. It's so well done. All right, everyone. In honor of Pride Month and all the DMs I just got a few weeks ago, let's talk about poppers and why the ER Doc Talks fellow homosexual cares about them. Amen. What are poppers? Poppers is the slang term given to recreational drugs belonging to the chemical class known as alkyl nitrates, i.e. amyl nitrate. They're sold legally because they claim to be things like VCR cleaner or boot cleaner and not for human consumption. Why are they called poppers? Poppers used to be sold in glass ampules, and when popped open, you got a fun little pop sound. You inhale it, and then you get a fun high and have sex or whatever. I wasn't in the room when it happened, but that's probably where we get the name from. What do poppers do? They dilate blood vessels and can cause hypotension and tachycardia. Hypotension, low blood pressure, tachycardia, fast heart rate. It can cause a head rush and a sensation of high. It also relaxes involuntary smooth muscle, your throat and your anus, and is used by individuals, yes, even the straights, TM, for enhancing sex. Why do I care? Poppers are used off-label and thus don't come with instructions that say, sniff me gently. People may be confused on how to use them and will drink them. They look like 5-hour energies, and they can be bad, especially if you develop methemoglobinemia. Jesus Christ, that word. What is methaglobinemia? Jesus Christ. Hemoglobin, not methaglobin, Katie. Hemoglobin helps carry oxygen around your body to all the organs. Nitrates, like poppers, oxidize the iron in hemoglobin to the Fe3 plus state. I didn't know this. This is fascinating. Forming methemoglobin. Methemoglobin. That is such a weird word. Methemoglobin, I don't want to say that anymore, is a selfish skank who holds on to oxygen and doesn't share. That's a scary. Can I just inhale but not drink? Question. Methemoglobin can develop even after inhalational use, and ultimately, methemoglobinemia is dangerous. I can't, as a doctor, say that these are a, quote, safe product to use, even despite the many who claim to use them without issue. What can we do? This is all written by an awesome ER doc. I used to work with his husband at Hopkins, by the way. Education is the first step. I've had people share that they had no idea drinking poppers, let alone inhaling poppers, could be associated with anything bad. People are free to do whatever they want, but I want people to be making informed decisions. Fucking men. Thanks for turning into my thread about poppers. I love talks, and I'm always eager to share more. Let me know if you're interested in any other topics for the future, and check out Talks tweets. You should definitely follow this dude. I'm going to give you his account. He's amazing. Josh is so he's also hot. Just respectfully. But he does post like stuff like this, informational posts like this all the fucking time. And he's real about it. Like make informed decisions. And I love that. I think that's just the best ever. He's such a cool guy, but follow his Twitter. He's him and Dr. Neuro, they are husbands. They are both insanely highly educated doctors who are just very down to earth real people. And I find that so refreshing. It can make your hands look gross? Oh, give me that. Oh my god, though, it's kind of cute. Okay. Brain bleach, and then unfortunately, we're gonna watch the fucking legal thing, and I'm gonna put in the charities for the poll while we're doing that. Unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, I'm excited. I want to see what Legal has to say about the Trump thing. It's unfortunate because we have to hear Trump's voice and talk about politics again. We'll watch some brain bleach after that. Don't worry. We'll bleach again. McTaggart, be safe, be good. Don't let the band get you down out of a sponsorship pretty fast. He gets me every time. Wow. Me too. He's so intelligent, and while he reads things verbatim, like the way they're worded for legal language, he breaks them down in a way that I can fucking metabolize, and I cannot metabolize outside of that. Oh my god. Like, that's so much. I truly think that the way legal language is written is to confuse you and me. It's so confusing. It's just like circular. I went to send a friend of mine a video last week, and I was so happy when she told me she'd already watched it. Yep, they're great. I mean, someone in chat introduced me to this guy, actually. I didn't know about him before we started. I don't know, before one of you gave him to me. The only problem that I have with this video is that it's based on the fundamentally stupid notion that the law is not political. I know. Which is sad. I mean, it's like best case scenario, right? It's very much an archaic formality, yes. And it's like, my sister's a lawyer, so I get to hear her talk about it once in a while, and I got to see her work when she was in school, and some of that was, like, the way that she had to learn to speak, and it's basically like forming a sentence that can't be argued, I don't know, or can't be misinterpreted in any way, shape, or form, and it just gets so god-awfully wordy that I'm like, I give up, you win. I just would give up. The words, there's too many, but it's fascinating, some people can do that. It's crazy. I couldn't. My brain doesn't work that way. It does. It gets lost in the fucking sauce. That's a good way to put it. The fucking plug, he's good at that. I mean, to be honest, the first plug was his company, like the Legal Eagle, whatever. So that kind of makes sense. But he always has some smooth transition. It used to be for his suits. Crazy. If you think that the Supremes will not just write their position into law that will allow Trump to run, send me 1,000 and I'll tell you how to be a millionaire. Man, it's like, I really just hope that's not real. That's it. I hope. Me too. Oh my god. There are a few people out there, Bailey Sarian, I love you so much, but the mid-roll sponsorships of a YouTube video, I skip them. I scroll through that little bar until I see it's over and I skip them. I ain't got time in my life for that shit. It scratches the autistic literalism corner of my brain. I think, like, I'm not calling my sister out or anything, but that's her. She thrives on that stuff. It's what she was meant to do. I mean, we called it when she was like a little kid. Like, she's gonna be a lawyer because she was just so literal, like painfully literal, to the point of like, yeah, you have to do something like this. It has to be you. She's just got the brain for it. My friend who's a snake charmer, amen, is marrying an undertaker. I'm sending them some his and hearse towels as a wedding gift. That's beautiful. Side note, I just started watching 6 Feet Under for the first time in my whole life last night. How did I miss that show? No clue. Yeah, beginning and end ads are totally fine. I respect that. But mid-roll, when I'm like on a roll listening to you talk about something and you try to get me to, and I listen to a lot of true crime, so really it's my only reference to come from. But when the person's like, he put the child in a high chair and carved his eyes out with a spoon. Brought to you by Hello Fresh. I know I get hungry in the winter. There's just no fucking good way to do that. You gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? There is a time and a place, and it ain't then. It ain't then. Nah. There's an open source crowdsourced browser extension called Sponsor Block. Oh, really? I might have to look that up. Being in a relationship with a lawyer seems like a dangerous undertaking. I mean, I don't know. I've survived my sister this long.
Shitter was full.
Dude, Mike, thank you so much for getting us some to Media Brat. Media Brat, use a butt wizard of the highest order, go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. It's annoying because I literally pay YouTube to avoid that crap. I get it. Yep. I click out, I click through it. I've just gotten the hang of being able to scan through their little bar and watch that little thumbnail, and I can tell when the ad's over. Because a lot of the time people actually have a different outfit on because they like filmed the ad at a different time or a different day. It's real easy to skip them. It's just like, it's unfortunate if you're doing something, you're not at your computer, or you're not able to grab your mouse, and now you're just stuck listening to someone talk about HelloFresh for 15 minutes, and it's like, thank you, but no. Aw, Cinema is fuck yeah, dude. We watched some terrible things, and I'm about to, someone gave us, just wanted to like, I know who you want to vote for. So I'm gonna post it. I'm doing it for 10 minutes. That's the longest I can make a Twitch poll. But I have like 5 bajillion links up that are like all the stats, because I'm psychotic, of all of the charities in said poll that I could find, like their websites and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna move that over, and then I just wanted to put that up so you guys can see it and see that I truly did. I mean, not that I don't think you would trust me, but I did all the research and all the back end and made sure that they were all up and everything. And I contacted them and made sure they were okay with us raising money for them, etc., etc., etc. Don't worry about it. No, did you see how long that playlist is, Chesh? I didn't even mean for it to keep playing. They have so many videos making songs about cat sounds. We're good. We have more videos that the chat has given us, so no worries at all. This makes me both excited and nervous about getting our new cat tomorrow. Oh, I'm so excited for you, though. No, you're gonna be in love. I'm a sketchy person. You want to trust me? I trust anyone who takes care of rats the way you do. Honestly, the best judge of character is how someone treats the lowest of the low. In my opinion, the creatures that no one loves, those of us who love them, like we've got something inside. I'm not saying that about me specifically, but like in my general experience, people who like can be compassionate about creatures that are in general despised by humanity tend to be the most like compassionate, caring, wonderful humans in existence. Because I mean, if you can love a rat or a cockroach, there's very little you can't learn to love in this world. Cheers. That's probably smart because their personality could be anything. Are you adopting or are you getting a kitten? Oh my god, Chesh, do not say anything. You will break it. They will run. Oh, when a man loves cats, I am his friend and comrade without further introduction. That's a beautiful line. Mark Twain. Yeah. It's very, I think there's a million ways you could say it, but someone who you can really tell who someone is by how they treat something or someone that that they don't benefit from that relationship. You literally, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Oh my god, Cinderella, shut the fuck up. That's actually really clever. Okay. I'm going to post the poll up just to get it up. If you guys already know what charity you want to vote for out of the charities that I have in the poll, feel free to vote. I'm just going to go through the websites I have up real quick so you guys know where they are. And then I will post the links in our Discord if you want to further research them. What I did is essentially I compiled a list of charities that I tried to, like, I took your guys' suggestions, I vetted them and shit, and wrote to the organizations to make sure they were all cool with, the pot smoking weird girl on the internet raising money for them with their community who says Hail Satan and smokes pot a lot. And everything was above board, and everybody was pretty cool with it, to be, for the most part, like the ones I heard back from, let's be honest. But I tried to pick charities that were kind of from like different aspects. So I'm going to go through them. I'm going to post it. So first, freedom from religion. I think that's pretty apparent. Helps people get out of dangerous religious situations like forced marriages, etc., etc. Really good charity. Please check it out. I do have the links. Don't worry. I'm just flying through these real quick. Second, Healing Steps Therapy. Organization who helps people with special needs and people who are in end of life care, etc. ride a fucking horse, be one with animals, and have therapy that way, which I personally did as a kid. I think that's really important. You guys know my face was crushed by a horse. We all know that. Doesn't mean they're evil beasts, just that one. But it's a really, really cool organization. And they have some of the most what do you call them, testimonials on their website? Jesus fucking Christ. And then the next one I have is Rain. If you're not familiar with Rain, it is essentially a massive network of getting people out of abusive situations, but very specifically sexually abusive relationships, abusive marriages, et cetera, et cetera. People who don't have the finances or anyone to go to, people that need to get out and like escape, sometimes change their name, et cetera. It's a really, really highly recommended organization. And just in case you're wondering, I did vet the fuck out of these, and all of the organizations that I have are rated A plus, which means that they're like the math of their overhead and how much they have to take in versus how much actually goes towards the chair, like what they're supposedly raising money for, is like over 90%. It's astronomically high. So like we can count on, the vast majority of everything we give to these organizations going to the purpose of the organization and not paying for someone's like BMW or something like that. You know what I mean? Next one, Trevor Project. So, like I said, the past like 2 weeks, I've been going through charities and just like vetting them, just seeing those kind of stats. It's important to me. Like when my mom got breast cancer, I learned that the Susan G. Komen Foundation gives less than 3% of what they take in to actual breast cancer research and breast cancer survivors and breast people suffering breast cancer, et cetera, et cetera. Like, under 3%. And I was like, oh my God, how many charities do this? Oh, so many. So that was a big thing to me. Like, if you're gonna literally just give money to an organization through me, I feel like the least I can do is make sure the vast majority of it gets to the actual like purpose, right? And I was trying to find some sort of like unaliving yourself prevention organization, something like that. And I truly, like I was telling you guys, I was trying to find organizations or charities that we had not participated in before, and I could not find one that was rated literally even close to the Trevor Project. So again, I have the Trevor Project in there. We have raised money for them in the past, but they are an A plus, truly just phenomenal organization that helps LGBTQ plus AI kids and other just be safe, get out of dangerous situations. It's like we all know what the Trevor Project is, right? It's helps you not want to hurt yourself because other people think you shouldn't exist for some reason. And the last one's the Fisher House. It is the highest rated, I guess, the military themed charity of this year. I don't know how else to put that, but essentially, they provide housing, care, childcare, schooling, meals, etc., completely for free for military families when they have a loved one in the hospital. So it's very similar to, why the fuck, the one we all do every year. The why did I just brain fart? St. Jude's, Jesus, St. Jude, Jesus Christ. St. Jude, how they like provide housing for the families and everything when their child's in the hospital. Same kind of thing, but it's for military families. So like if you're harmed or whatever, they move your entire family to wherever that hospital is and they care for you and whatever. And I did a lot of reading on it and it looked like it's very like it's one of those things where you guys know me, I'm very like thank you so much for your service. I don't know how to say that. I'm not pro military, but I'm super fucking thankful for everybody who gives their lives to our government to protect me. You don't know me from fuck. And yet you do that. I'm very thankful. And the way that our country treats vets and military personnel once they are no longer in the military or no longer useful, i.e., injured, is fucking shameful. It's disgusting. Um, that's all I have to say about that. And there are a lot of charities out there where a ton of that money just goes straight back into a military fund in the government. I found recently they're very skeezy, but like they're never going to get in trouble because the money's going to the government and they want that money, so nothing happens. This one seems to be very, very well vetted, very separate from the military, I guess you would say. Like it's a separate fucking entity who takes care of people. And that's something that was really vital to me. So I'm going to put the poll up now so Chesh can vote and get the fuck out of here. But those are the charities I picked for the year. Not that any of the charities, if you suggested a charity that's not on the list, it's not that I didn't like it or anything. I just didn't hear back from the organization or they just weren't rated very high. And that might, like, the rating literally could, it's not necessarily because it's a bad charity, but a lot of smaller charities or charities that aren't as well established or don't have as much backing, their overhead is more than half of what they're taking in because they don't take in much and they have I don't know what's happening there, But that was the biggest thing to me because the world is in a fucking housing crisis, in a food crisis. We have a homeless fucking crisis. It's shameful everywhere. Like if you are of a place in life where you have spare money to just donate to people, to an organization who's going to help people that you will probably never meet in your entire life, but you care that much, for fuck's sake, the least I can do is make sure the vast majority of it gets there. You know? So every charity I found, 90% or more goes to the actual function of said charity and not to the overhead. So paying CEOs or whatever. Does that make sense? Dude, I mean, it's like I learned this like the not the hard way. We've never raised money for a sketchy charity, thank fuck. I've always kind of gone with the crowd with what Twitch is doing and they usually are above board. But I've learned via other people that there are charities out there that just are fucked. Fucked. Like they do nothing and it's crazy that they can even exist. But there are so many websites out there dedicated to doing this kind of research on these charities. And I'm going to show them. Like the one I was using was CharityWatch.org. That was the one that I was suggested highly. And the way that they break down how each charity functions is actually really cool. Let me see. So here is the RAIN charity. So when you go to it on RAIN, it's Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, rescuing people of all ages, all ilk from horrific sexual abuse situations, which I think rings true and very important to a lot of us. But you can see where they're rated a grade A, and then it tells you like why. So like program percentage, amount spent on programs relative to overhead, cost to raise $100, 14. So I think this is the highest one. And then yeah, $9. It costs $9 to raise $100. So that's kind of how they grade them and rate them, but there's so few out there that are rated a good solid A because they just have so much overhead and it's crazy and I get it. Fisher House, $3 per $100 because they've been around for a bit. They're very established. And then I've got the websites and stuff too. And like I said, I look at that little puppy. I will put these up in the Discord for you guys if you would like to read into them more. But as far as I could figure out, they are all very, very above board, good charities where the vast majority of what you are able to give to them will actually go to the charity and they're extremely deserving of it. Like they're all doing really good things for people. I tried to focus on like I didn't pick a charity that like we've done, I want to say it was last Christmas or the Christmas before we raised money for the for animal shelters. This year I couldn't really find like a unique charity other than like massive like Humane Society or whatever charities for animals. So I figured Chesh's Friends charity, what are they called? I have them written down. The Healing Steps Therapy, where they have a bunch of amazing horses that are super kind and they let people have healing, amazing spiritual adventures, just like riding horses and stuff, which I am so for. I don't even know how to say it. Like animal therapy is real, nature therapy is real. Sometimes it's been proven that just petting an animal, you just start firing endorphins like crazy. It's real. It's science. Like I'm fully in support of that. But I figured because that charity, like a lot of that money is going towards the absolute care of these horses, and horses are fucking expensive to take care of. Goddamn, that counts, right? That counts. I think that counts. I had her website up, and I don't know what I did with it, so I'm gonna pull it up one more time. Um. Oh, I might have had it up before my computer crashed. That was a long time ago. No shit, Swinkery. Oh my heart. My son with autism has been doing horseback riding every week for 10 years and he loves it. It's real. I've seen it so many times and I literally have studied the science of it and it's real. Like I don't know what it is though. It's like I know what it is, but I don't. I don't know. How do you say that? I know I believe in it. I know what it's doing. Like I know it's releasing neurochemicals, but it still baffles me that petting my dog can put me in a better mood. But it doesn't baffle me at the same time. I don't know. I'm very confused by it, but I think it's awesome. So, we're gonna start Christmas Eve and go through New Year's Day. Figure that's a good week. I was gonna do the week before Christmas, but just like in talking to Chad about it for the past month, that feels like the vast majority of time most people are gone on vacation. And even though people don't like may not be able to donate to the charity, they still want to be here to like, celebrate and hype it and push the incentives and stuff. Like donating to a charity is not the only way to fucking hype up a charity. So I figured the time after Christmas when everyone's like sitting around, that'd probably be the best. time to have it like chilling up there. Gone or broke, exactly. Yeah. I mean, Allie, that's how I feel looking at any dog. Dude, I got an endorphin push from that little puppy right there. Are you kidding me? Look at that little shit. Look at that little fuck right there. Cute, cute, cute. Look, at everybody's faces are healing with a puppy. Everybody's excited about a puppy. No one's sad about a puppy. Mhm. So I think it's real. I mean, I've experimented with it. Like I've gotten really like in my dark, when you're just like, I'm alone and no one likes me. And I'm like, come here, you little shit. And I just like sniff my dog's head real hard. Suddenly nothing matters. It's great. I mean, it's real. It's magic, but it's real. The horses are amazingly gentle and patient. One of my aunts, she didn't run one, but she was part of like the administration of a farm like that in Washington State for fuck all of my life. She just recently stopped doing it because she's getting a lot older and her body can't just she can't like she's the horses are becoming stronger than her basically, so she had to give it up. But it was for like really highly autistic kids or like borderline non-functioning autistic kids, and they would work with the kids and ponies and horses and all they had all sorts of farm animals. Like it was kind of like a petting zoo, but the horses were the major part, and they had this huge corral, and they literally would just walk kids around and adults. I mean, people of all ages. But I just saw mostly kids there, but people of all ages got to ride the horses, and it was one of the craziest things to me. I'm gonna cry if I talk about it too much, so I'm not gonna go too far. But thank you, Evil. I fucking love you. One of the like I don't know. Again, I say hot magic all the time. I don't say that lightly. When I say hot magic, it's like if I showed an iPhone to someone in the 1800s, it'd be hot magic to them, right? Like it might be. I just don't know. I don't understand it yet, so it's hot magic to me. But watching someone who is like, and by I say borderline non-functional, like there are a lot of autistic people who like they start to clench down and they clamp down and their body starts to clamp down. Watching their like their parent would lift them out of their wheelchair or their mobility device, and their entire body is like clamped. Like it reminds me of watching a picture of something with tetanus, someone with tetanus, something. Excuse me, Katie. Someone with tetanus, and watching every nerve in their body like exhale when the first inch of them touches the horse. They're not even on the horse yet. Like usually they'll wheel them up and like let the horse like brush their shoulder or something first, and you just see the entire body unclamp. And the mom starts crying, and the dad's sitting there like, they haven't relaxed their hands in 7 years. And you're just like, oh my God. And you just cry, and everybody cries. The kids having a great time. They don't understand why everyone's crying because, like, they're fucking having a blast on a horse. There's something about animals that really does, like, bring something in our souls back, I think, or something that I don't know. I don't know. It's healing. It's magic. But, anyways, sorry. They're all really good charities, but I have a lot of personal experiences with animals and stuff, and, like, there's something about it. Things are not easy to explain. The world, I mean, the world wouldn't be magical and interesting if we could explain everything, right? It does. I mean, dude, like, I remember way back when I was having, like, my breakdown when I turned 30. Not because of turning 30, but my body just decided to be like, here's the point where we need therapy and drugs. Oh, Katie, help. And I had a true breakdown. I would go on walks in the woods behind my house barefoot and quite literally hug trees and, like, just put my hands on the bark of trees and sit there and close my eyes. And I felt like I was getting battery charged by the motherfucking earth. And I am not a religious, spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like sometimes we get all wrapped up in our own shit and our anxiety starts to exponentiate on itself because we forget to touch some dirt. I don't know. We're just big batteries and the earth's a magnet. Like, how does that not make sense? We should probably go barefoot sometimes. I don't know what horse exactly. Exactly. If we had answers to everything, what the fuck would there be to do? Exactly. There'd be no fun. There's no fun in that. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not one, like, I've told you guys, I want to see a ghost. I want to see that stuff. I've just never experienced it. But it really, like, putting your hands on, like, the cold, fucking solid trunk of this tree that's probably 300 years old and just sitting there for a minute in silence in the woods, it's something. It felt like a recharge. And I would do that almost every fucking day. You guys all voted for healing steps. Shut the fuck up. Was it because I talked about it a lot? Oh my gosh. You guys. I don't even think Chesh is here to see. Chesh is gonna freak out. So, Healing Steps Therapy won by a fucking landslide. However, Trevor Project got second. And if you like, we can do 2 weeks because I'm totally open to that. Because I know Trevor Project is something that's held so fucking horrifically deeply to a lot of people's hearts. Like it's actually probably helped a lot of you. Personally, no need to share here, but like Trevor Project has touched so many people's lives in so many ways. Washington has some fucking trees, dude. Truly, trees that no one can put their arms around. Animals are important. I agree. I agree. And I think someone that's willing to dedicate their entire existence to just like helping people relax on a horse, like that's a lot. Like not only do they take on that insurance cost of you know, disadvantaged or disabled people on their property who might get hurt, but they're also involving enormous animals that could roll over. You know, you never know. An animal is an animal is an animal. The most docile horse in the world, you never know. Chances are never going to happen. Horses are pretty fucking dope. Like I had an accident, freak accident. It's very rare you hear from someone who had their horse smashed face. You know what I'm saying? Like horses for the most part are amazing, but all those insurance costs, all those overhead, and then on top of that, literally caring for the horses. Like I know some of you have horses. That's a full-time fucking job. You wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you care for horses until you go to your job. You go to your job and relax. And then when you get home from work, you get back the fuck in the barn. You work till 8 p.m. You inhale some Stouffer's macaroni and cheese and fall asleep on the counter. Oh, been there. But horses are more important than literally anything. It's like people who have sled dogs. If you ate before feeding your sled dogs, you'd probably be a fucking like exiled. Rigged. I got one in my front yard. No shit. Like a big. Oh, I'm so jealous. I have actually. No, I can get my arms around my tree, but it's like this. It's a pretty good sized tree, though. Allie, I've been told, like, I'm not one to flex, but every single convention I've ever gone to, I've had at least 3 people, like, say in a serious tone, fuck you, give a good hug. And I'm like, I practiced. Dude, the fact that that charity won and we have what horse? Like we're gonna have to make a theme around that. We have how many days? 4 days. We can do it. We can do it. We'll come up with something. It'll be magical. Dude, city life, it's such a I wonder the same. Cause you think about it like I mean, I don't know. You can't generalize my own. I would never try to generalize my own personal experience. But I grew up in a very middle of fuck nowhere, you know, like 1,200, 1,500 people max within like, you know, miles, like 60-mile radius of where we lived. And we've still to this day, knock on wood, please don't jinx anything. No gun violence. There's never been a gun accident. There's never been anything like that. It's just, but it's people are so fucking spread out that like it has to be on purpose to see another human. Like you have to go out of your way to see another people. Whereas I think like sometimes when we're all clustered together and like banging our fucking skulls against each other, we like act out when maybe we wouldn't have if we just could breathe. But I don't know. I have no idea. What horse emo time? Fuck. I'm gonna make a note of that on the charity thing. You're right. I need to do that. Also, we have to, like we don't have to. You guys don't literally have to do anything. But what I think is fun to do when we do big old fat charities like this is to do an incentives list. Incentives meaning, you know, if we raise X amount of money, Katie will do blank. If we raise this amount of money, Katie will make Zeke do blank. If we raise this amount of money, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Those are fun. I don't know. I love checking shit off a list. Gives me a big old boner. So if you have fun ideas, I do have bug cookies and stuff left over. I don't want to eat them, but like they're there. I get that. I get that, C-Town, 100%. And this is why we can't have nice things. I was thinking about the what horse emote the other night. Just like I was trying to think of a way to play with the letters so you could maybe spell horse as well as what horse. So like make it a WH emote and then a OR emote and then a S. And then you guys can have some letters to play with other people's emotes, but also you could spell whores, which is fun. We do love ourselves some hooers. I ate durian on accident. I ate durian on accident when I was in Thailand. The charity's name is Healing Steps Therapy. That's the one that won, but Trevor Project came second, and I love I love doing charity stuff, and it's the holidays. It's the season to give, so we can always do a half and half, or we could do 2 weeks and 1 week's Trevor project, because both mean a lot to me, honestly, personally. Give me yes, see? I love to be able to spell fun. Like, a lot of streamers have done that where they break up an emote so you can actually spell dirty shit, but you submit it just as letters and nobody. It's like, I'm not responsible for what you do with my emotes. I'm just responsible for the emote itself. So, like, I'm not going to make an emote that says whores, but, like, you might be able to spell whores. Because I'm a child. Thank you, Crafty. I appreciate you. Do you like durian, Scott? Have you eaten it? Really, C-Town?
I've got a good charity incentive for you.
Oh, God.
Consume a hot dog without using your teeth.
Cooked? Sure. All right, at 10K, I will. Oh no, I'm in danger. uh, isn't that how you die? Yeah, can I use a spoon? I think that's cheating. I think it's a blow joke. I don't know. I've fucking deep throated my mic so many times on stream in the past 8 years. I don't even think that would be new to anybody at this point. Like, oh look, Katie's fucking fellatiing another thing on stream. Sorry, everything paused and I didn't know why. Oh my god, it is raw dog and Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Lord on a dick. Durian's an experience. I thought it tasted like a foot. And I like funky cheese. Everybody told me durian's like funky cheese. Maybe if you like foot cheese. It's like a sweet foot. Yeah, like a sweet, creamy foot. Oh no. Right, Kona, I'm saying, like, hot dogs are perfect airway size. I don't know if I want to fuck around with that. I usually suggest getting the dried durian and eating it for charity goals since it has such a bad rap and it isn't dangerous. You know what's crazy though? Like, the place where it comes from, Thailand, every single establishment, building, vehicle, bus had big fucking letters on the side of it that said, "No durian allowed. You will be kicked the fuck off." Because the smell of that creamy foot apparently never goes away. Like, even the Thai don't let it inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've turned it into a novelty, but the Thai are like, what the fuck are you doing? KDS foot taste reference to draw upon. It look like, I mean, not the taste, but the smell. I don't even want to. Do I want it? We're talking about food. Do you want me to get that gross? Because yeah, I have this. Like, have you ever smelled a foot that's so bad you can taste it? I've got that reference. I worked in a fucking hospital, bitch. You know. I have all the references. Actually, of all the things that have been splattered on me, I probably have foot reference. I just didn't know it. Let's be real. People are gross. Yeah, like I like the smell of fresh cut onions. It's like the smell of onion coming out of a pit though. Like whatever happens in our metabolism to make the onion smell like when someone has eaten onions or garlic and they sweat it out, like we automatically know it's garlic sweat, but we also know it's not fresh garlic. We know it's garlic sweat. Something, whatever happens, like it's definitely still garlic, but it's sweaty. It's like that one. It's that one. There's something inherently different, but like some people fucking love it. I I don't like the texture. Honestly, the texture turned me off more than anything. Like erroneous creamy things, just not my favorite. I just kind of feel like I'm full of vomit or something in my mouth. I don't know. It was just like a lot of creamy shit. But yeah, I definitely ate it on accident. I think a couple times in Thailand. They put it in some smoothies and shit. What are you doing, bub? What are you doing? Look at that tail. Kink unlocked. Blah. Nope. Yeah, it's the foot. You've never I mean, I'm sure you've smelt something in your life that was just so putrid, you tasted it at the same like, you didn't put it in your mouth, but, like, the smell was so putrid, you felt it on your tongue. A fart, you know, you can, like, taste someone's hot, nasty fart. I could get real and give you, like, examples, but you don't want the examples I have. They will haunt you the way they haunt me. People are gross. I worked in hospitals, man. Yuck. Tastes like caramelized onions? Really? Man, I love caramelized onions. But maybe it's because it was, like, cream of caramelized onion, that was what turned me off. It's the creamy I mean, you kinda just have to suck this weird, thick foot cream off of a giant nut. Durian. This is literally how you eat it, and it's, like it's a lot of effort for something that's not too, like, enjoyable. I don't I'd rather eat the funky cheese. What are you doing, bud? You're so cute. What are you doing? I don't know, ma. I hear you're racing, Charity. You're welcome, American. Get yourself some creamy foot today. Brought to you by Vagisil. Me too. Honestly, most foods, I mean, any food, if there's a food I dislike, it's probably because it's a texture thing. There's not a lot of flavors in this world I'm not big on. I love flavor. Like all of them. I can't think of a like even the funkies. I love me some funky cheese and stuff like that. But like there's uh yeah. It becomes yes, literally durian becomes such a core memory. It's like foot. Creamy, creamy foot. Yeah, it's so fucking violently strong smelling. Like I understand why they don't let it in buildings. It probably is like rotten eggs or something. Like that smell just stays and not everybody likes that smell. So they'd probably be like, "Why does everything smell like a creamy foot?" But in Thai. Sweet BB. Oh, I love mangosteen. Have you had it? It's really good. I've had it, what was it? Not dried. Was it dried? Freeze dried? I had it freeze dried and I had it fresh. Both ways delicious. But freeze dried was kind of fun because it had that weird little seed in the middle you got to like crunch. No, Erican, absolutely not. Why? Oh, really? Smell center in your brain is very close to the memory center. That's why smells stick out more. Interesting. Honestly, that makes sense. I can smell something and it'll like invoke weird core memories I've never had before. Like I haven't thought about in like 20 years, you know? Because of a smell. Mangosteen's so fucking good, right? Yeah. Back when I lived in Baltimore, we had an H Mart really close by and they always had fresh mangosteen. It was so they had everything, let's be honest. They had durian if you're into that kind of thing. But the mangosteen was fucking good. They're just so small. I wish they were bigger. They're like and like covered in that thick leathery skin, so by the time you open it, you've got this like a quarter of a tangerine on the inside. Have you ever had surströmming? Because I heard this. I heard even people that live in the places in surströmming do not eat surströmming. If I'm saying that right, the rotten fish in a can. I can legit eat fresh Parmesan Romano and find it delicious. Me too. That funk is absolutely what I'm into. Like that salty funk of cheese. Give me some stinky cheese, but it's not creamy at the same time. And I think maybe it was the texture plus the funk was a little too much for me. I don't know because I love me. I like funk. Yeah, I'm into it very much so. Yes, exactly. Mangosteen tastes like the all-star team of tropical fruits. It really does. It's just so small. Me and my, like, 6-foot self holding that little I'm like, "Oh, look at it." That'll feed my toe. I can legit eat yeah, same. No, I like it. The stinkier, the better on that note. I do work out. I mean, I run. I've been running I mean, I run and then I do, like, yoga and stuff. I've been doing that for, like, 15 years or whatever. It might just be the athletic jacket making me look slim and trim. It's very fitted. It also got a creepy man that looked like Colonel Sanders to ask me if I was Antifa because of that one time. So, winning. That was a weird day. I didn't enjoy it. Okay, I'm gonna write down that we're doing the charity that we picked. Yes, Bill, I see you. Is it? I guess it's time for a break. I've got another poodle coming up between my legs. Giggity. We're giving birth. I don't think that's allowed on stream, Bill. You gotta go. Your breath is so hot, man. You've got a hot breath. You're the best. See, I've I don't know if it's just like blue cheese. I don't think blue cheese is funky. I think it's just like weird creamy. Is it it's got like gorgonzola's got funk, but blue cheese just feels like feta in ranch to me. But I might have a dead cell or something. Dude, can you imagine? Oh my god, I GMO, dude. As long as it doesn't like destroy the environment or whatever, give us some big mangosteens because I'm fucking here for it. No, that doesn't sound rude at all. No, I do work out. No, I work out. I do. I mean, I don't consider it. I don't think of it as working out because I'm not like I don't go to the gym or anything, and I don't really like do it within other people or talk about it or anything. But like, I run a lot, a lot less these days actually because I got COVID earlier in the like in what month was it? Right after fucking TwitchCon, and I couldn't run for like a month, and my lungs burn. Yeah, you don't open that shit inside, right? Wood stove. My grandparents who are now passed, they had a place with a wood. Oh, the smell of wood stove. Yep, yep. The house got knocked down for a hospital parking lot. Oh, when I was 8, we lived in that house for 3 years. The house my grandma built when my mom. Oh, I totally get that. My grandparents' house. Um, Not wood stove, honestly. I associate the smell of their house like cigarettes and gin because they all used to like play cards and they had a bar. But it was this gorgeous old Rambler that they had like wallpapered, every room. It was so well designed. And like after my grandpa passed, come here. After my grandpa passed, like a big old developer came in and wanted to buy the property. And my nana didn't want to live there anymore, so she sold it and they fucking bulldozed the house. It was heartbreaking. Fucking heartbreaking. Oh, apparently dry aged beef has veins like blue cheese. Okay, no shit. I watched like a YouTube kind of documentary recently about how aged steak is a total gimmick. And it's just like a scam to sell expensive old beef. I've never been of the ilk or wealth to like get some fine ass old piece of beef, but like to me, it's in the way you cook a steak as opposed to the cut. Like if you know how to cook a steak, I've had a million different cuts that have been phenomenal because someone just cooked a mean steak. I don't know about rotting it for a bit. What up, Theory? How are you, love? Happy Thursday. Oh my god, I still have a cough. It won't go away. It's like clingy boyfriend. Text you at 2 a.m. Hey, you up? Yep, I think the way you butcher, I mean, it has to be, right? Because just the way you cut it when you eat it affects the taste, I think. Like you have to like when you cut your steak, you're supposed to cut it against the grain or whatever. You age things that ferment, meat should not ferment. No shit. I mean, I'll try to find it. Hold on. I watched it on YouTube and it was actually pretty fascinating because it went through the science of how it's not necessarily harmful. Like, obviously, people aren't out there dying of like aged beef left and right. But basically, it was we had this insane surplus of beef back in X amount of whatever year. And so it was a marketing campaign to sell this old rotten beef someone forgot in a freezer under a building. And it became like, oh my God, aged beef. I mean, honestly, Trouble, from all the shows I've watched, they cut the outer crust of the aged steaks off usually. It's so sick that I just said crust. Yeah. Um, if it won't kill you, right? I mean, immunity is important. Yeah, I've never thought of meat like yeah. But everything I've watched, I just like to watch food TV, even though I don't like to cook. I know it's weird. But I've watched a lot of shows where they show like aged beef not in a negative light, and they do usually cut the outer like crust of it off. So you're not eating that outer mold part when you eat that aged steak. And I think, as far as I understand, the science behind aging steak is concentrating all the flavor into the middle. So they cut off all that outer part once it's aged appropriately. And it's just supposed to be like the beefiest beef that's ever beefed. Which it doesn't necessarily not do, but it shouldn't necessarily cost more to like let your beef go bad in a freezer for 9 months. It's not cheese. Isn't jerky aged beef? I think jerky's dehydrated, right? I could be wrong. I think it's dehydrated. Is that different? Dehydrate's different, right? I think so. Hold on. I'm trying to think of what that video is called. I watched Taping a Cirque du Soleil Koozie yesterday. Big mechanical devices moving quickly terrify me. Hard same. I've watched Final Destination 1 too many times. A lot of the aging is removing moisture to concentrate the flavor. That's what it is. Yeah, like the flavor gets concentrated because the moisture is either, evaporated away, but that crust makes it go to it's crust. Crust. Crusty. Crust. Okay, has anybody heard of I don't want to pronounce it wrong, Guga Foods? The video literally has 1.5 million views. I found the biggest restaurant scam on dry aged steaks. It was kind of fucking weird. I know nothing. Like I did grow up in a butcher family, but I grew up the vegetarian in the butcher family. Not anymore, but I mean, I don't know. Eat well. But I thought it was really interesting. I would Sunbun, thank you. Guga's a madman, but possibly in the best food way ever. Like, I don't know if I want to be in the same room as them because I might not live through it and I might end up the meal. But also, everyone else eating would eat so fucking well. Like that level. I think this is the first video I ever watched by them, and it was only posted 4 months ago. I knew nothing about them. I think they also talked about like fake dry age too. Like it's really easy to just claim you dry age something. Rogue, so I would say yes. Like I'm 99.9% vegetarian, but if I want a steak, I fucking go get myself a steak. And by that I mean Zach will cook steaks. He's gotten pretty good at it. I don't restrict myself if I'm craving something, but I try to eat like environmentally ethically if I can. I would say that. Like not factory farmed shit, because I think factory farms are what's destroying the world and the environment, not necessarily the practice of eating beef. That's kind of how I roll. I also, like I said, I grew up in a family of like literally my mom's side was like a butcher conglomerate, and my dad's side hunted. And so like every meal was so much meat that I got like meated out. So when I went to college, I like was like, I'm just gonna live off these hot pockets and Diet Coke. I can't do this anymore. I kind of had to stop for a bit. And now I just eat it when I want to, but I don't restrict myself. Life's too short. Like I said, working in a hospital gave me a really weird view of life and death, but truly, tomorrow's never guaranteed for everybody, and eat a fucking cupcake. We're just fleas. Earth's gonna shake us off. Fuck yeah. I was actually vegan for like 6 years, and that's what kind of got me on my you farted. I think I have to take my dogs out soon. That fart just eliminated me. I was vegan for like 6 years because I dated a dude who had a heart condition and literally could not consume animal byproducts, and we lived together. So I was like, this will be fun. I've never been like one to be like, you're not gonna take away my fruit. I can go fucking eat whatever I want. But at home, it was a fun challenge. I like a cooking challenge. And so I did that for like 6 years, and then I slowly started like, no shit. When I was vegan, I would have the creepiest. I'm sure you've had these dreams where you accidentally eat like a steak and you wake up thinking like, I'm gonna die or never shit again. Oh fuck. Because it's so viscerally real in your brain. I had like borderline wet dreams about eggs. That was it. That was the only thing I missed in 6 years of not consuming anything other than like maybe the occasional honey or something. Eggs. Like, I would wake up drooling thinking about a fucking sunny side over egg just being cracked on a cheeseburger or something, like in a weird methy way, you know, like foaming at the mouth, like fucking egg, oh, egg, and then I'd go on a run, just like fucking touching myself to the thought of an egg. It was wild, wild. I love eggs. I didn't know I loved them as much as I did though. Yep, chicken periods. Not even. Well, yeah. Like I was gonna say failed chicken periods, but that's basically redundant, right? I know. Cream cheese, really? See, that my mom was that way. She tried to go dairy free for a bit 'cause she was having digestional issues. She had the weirdest dreams about cheese, like cheese fantasies. I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. I don't eat. I tend to honestly not really. I don't really eat dairy just because it makes me break out really bad every single time. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have some cheese. Pop, 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 pop. Fuck my 30s. So I tend not to eat any dairy, but I do love me some cheese. Honestly, the funkier the cheese, the less digestional issues, or I don't break out at all. The only time I break out is if it's like good old fucking American Tillamook, unfortunately, which is delicious. Egg bath. Oh, God. Gudetama! Literally. Yep. I had weird thoughts about eggs. It was it. And I mean, honestly, the weird thing is now that I'm just mostly like, I guess most people would probably say vegetarian with like breaks of steak, I guess, whatever. I probably eat eggs once every 6 months. Like I don't eat breakfast because I never have eaten breakfast and I don't cook. And like I have eggs in the fridge to make cookies. I can't remember the last time I ate a fucking egg, but that was the thing that like my vegan brain was like, egg. The fuck? Dude, right? I got to go to the Tillamook factory and do a tour of it when I was a kid, and you just ate so much cheese. It was amazing. It was honestly one of the best things ever. So much cheese. Oh, a bagel fiend? I get it. Oh, yeah. I fucking love a good bagel with cream cheese. But that was not it. It was an egg, and I don't because I so rarely eat a meal that has an egg on it. I will get down on an egg, but it's so rare. Seatown, honestly, I tried so hard though. Like when I decided to do this with the significant other I was with at the time, I tried so hard to be like a responsible vegan, you know, like I took vitamin B supplements constantly. Like I would take all sorts of supplements and stuff because I didn't want to be lacking any essential amino acids. But I was also, you know, working out a shit ton, going to school, etc. I was probably a little denutrished. Also, I'm 6 feet tall, but if you think about it, like some of the largest, strongest, most muscularly scary animals in nature are vegetarian, i.e., gorillas and elephants. So, like, I don't know if I can use that as an excuse. Thank you, Raiders. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. It's wonderful to see all of you. Cobain, I fucking appreciate you. Thank you for the raid, boo. Hydrate! I just drank all my water, so what are we gonna do? Drink water. I don't know about primates, but I know most vegetarian animals have like a completely unique digestive tract called this. I want to say it's called the cecum. Cecum? Cecum, I think. Right? Oh my god, Chesh. Fuck, I love you so much. Thank you. Cecum. Isn't that amazing? I remember that. Get this. I'm 18. Biology 101. We're learning about different animal digestive systems. I draw a picture of a koala's digestive system who has a cecum, and that's still to this day what I picture. I can see my handwriting on the weird little whoop thing. The cecum. I can see it in my it's crazy. Visual memory is so weird. No, it's totally cool, but that's the word, right? It's essentially so like we have all our soft, smooth intestine, you know, large, small intestine in most like animals that eat like insanely high amounts of green roughage, they have this like offshoot of their intestines that kind of looks like a snail shell, but it's just like a spiral of specially formed tissue, whatever. It's a special sect of the intestinal lining that is called the cecum. And roughage, like plant matter, can be put there and sit there for really long times to allow for the best, like the optimal digestion. So, like, to most of us, eating green things like vegetables and stuff, it's fiber because our digestive system is fast as fuck. We get that shit in and out as quickly as possible. And that's why it's fiber. It's non-digestible. So they have basically a special organ that allows them to actually get nutrition from what would be fiber to us, i.e., not digestible. It becomes digestible to them because of this special, right? Roughage is what dead people call fiber. It's only on the inside, okay? I'm flesh and blood, I swear. Hi, Donna Love. I hope you're doing well. Rabbits and guinea pigs are hindgut fermenters and are similar to horses, and they have the cecum as well, right? Well, they have to, right, C-Town? To just eat the right amount of calories to sustain a body size when all you're doing is eating fucking leaves. I mean, a giraffe. Think about how many fucking leaves a giraffe has to consume a day to maintain that body size. Oh my fucking god. Side note, their tongues are purple so that they don't sunburn. Cute. Yeah, they're huge. They have I mean, I don't even know. I mean, and, like, I could go on. You guys know I'm not for, I don't believe in fad diets. Like, I don't think it's, like, a healthy way to lose weight to just, like, eliminate things from your diet and or, become a vegan to get skinny or whatever. Like, it's a lifestyle choice. It's not a diet. Please don't do that. I think it's really unhealthy for you. But my mom was, I guess, the new name for it nowadays. They didn't have a name for it when I was a kid. Almond mom? Where, like, don't eat for 16 hours, and then she looks you in the eye. Do you deserve dinner? And you're like, I don't know. And then you just drink some water and go to sleep. And was on every fucking fad diet that existed in the fucking every single thing. Every weird pill you can think of, Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We were put on it. All of my sisters. None of us were fat. My mom was just really scared we would be fat someday for some reason. And they destroy your body. Destroy you on the inside. Oh my god. They're so fucking destructive to your everything. And when I was trying to, that's long story to get to the place where I was trying to get with the story. Sorry, ADD, so much brain, nothing. To get to the place where I was like healing from how much I had fucked, like to this day, I still don't even know, like, I don't sense like, ooh, I'm hungry. I sense I have a stomach ache and feel like I want to kill everybody. That's hunger for me because I trained myself for way too many years that hunger's not real. You're just bored. So now I don't know how to listen to my own body, and I'm still working on it. But when I was like trying to heal from all that bullshit, I was watching a shit ton of YouTubers that talked about diet stuff. And I learned, I did not buy into this. Please don't mistake me when I tell you this story. But I did learn about a sect of peeps who only eat fruit. That's it. Just fruit. And they are like hella skinny. And like none of the boys can get a hard on. And the sheer amount of fruit they have to consume in a day just not to die would put any of us literally into bankruptcy. It was such a fucking like rich white person thing to do. Oh my god. It was wild. No, none of us were fat. None of us were. I mean, it was the fear of, because and I try not to hold anger because I know my mom's just a product of what her mom did. Like, we're just all products of like generations. I'm choosing to break that shit with this, but like some of us don't. I try not to be mad at her for this, but like in my mom's mind, my value was in my attractiveness. And not to her, but in her back brain, it was like, if my daughters aren't beautiful and can't get married and have kids, they will not be able to live life. Because to her and her mom's generation, that's literally how it kind of was a little bit. So I try not to blame her for that, and I'm glad I didn't. Like, I was a rebellious little fuck, so like that didn't work out. But I tried. It's fucked up. I mean, we're all just a product of and you look at the generation, like my great grandma, it literally was that. If you were deemed ugly for any reason, no one would marry you. You were a spinster. You lived with your parents. You took care of them till they died. And then you hope to God nobody kicked you out of the house. Because once you were 25, you were unmarriageable. Like, it literally was the only value. There were magazines dedicated to how to prevent your child from having a large forehead. Because an ugly baby was the worst thing that could happen to you. Because how do you marry off an ugly baby? What? And it's not that like 100 years ago. It's not that long ago. It's like a people and a half ish without heart conditions. I've never met anyone that actually thinks that's all women have to offer, but it's a weird subconscious, like, what if it's all we have to offer at the end of the day that I think drives a lot of people to do that stuff. And that makes me sad. First of all, you need to know that rabbits are hindgut fermenters, meaning that they have an organ called the cecum. You spelt it right. Fuck yeah. That functions like the rumen of a cow, but instead of being at the beginning of the digestive tract, it's at the end. Oh, interesting. Cecum's full of special microbes and good bacteria that break down and digest high fiber diet that enter the cecum. Holy shit, I remembered that from Bio 101 when I was 18, which was like 2 years ago, let's be real, but like that was a long time ago. I'm really proud of my brain right now because I was pretty on. Thank you for that. Thank you for that confirmation. That makes me feel not so stupid. I'm amazed that I can remember some things. Yep, Donna, that's how it was when I was vegan. It was like, would I have ever told you that eggs were the thing I missed? No. But did I have wet dreams about eggs? Yes. Just fruit. Absolute. It wasn't. Oh, it was horrible. I mean, it was crazy because it was like, there was a very few seconds of my life where I was like, look at all these tan, skinny people in the jungle living off papaya. They look happy. And then, my real brain kicked in and was like, oh my God, what? And I didn't like, I kind of, how do you put this? I followed their YouTube channels the way you can't help but gooseneck a car accident on the freeway. Like, I just had to watch the plane go because they were all nuts. Like, from day one, they were nuts. Like, their philosophies on this shit was nuts. There was no health backing or anything on it. And, there was a big group of these people that were like fruitarians or whatever, and they were very popular. And half of them were outed as complete frauds. Like, they touted this supernatural lifestyle with no GMOs and just eating dates every day, all day for the rest of your life. But they all had like extensive plastic surgery, hair plugs, etc., because their body was dying. And then the other half, they were very open about it. Like they all have recovery channels now. And almost every single assigned male at birth person who was like a large YouTuber of this variety has come forth and said they lost almost half their teeth to this way of life and couldn't get a hard on for like the entirety of being a fruitarian. Like they could not they could not get erect. Like, I gotta get off, my dudes. I'm so sorry. I love nature and I love the world, but I need to come. And if like eating some butter on toast is gonna help me do that, I'm gonna eat some fucking butter on toast. What the shit? The things, and I don't know if it was for clout on the YouTube channel or if they were like trying to start, like sometimes it feels like some of that fantastical food world becomes a little like a religion. Like it feels very like woo woo-y, Like they're making shit up. Using big words and making shit up. No shit, I had the exact same comment with my mom yesterday. She's obsessed with marriage and kept saying how important it is and how it's an obligation in life. And I just look at her like, bitch, please. I know. I've been getting a lot of memes lately, Anus, that are like, it's like a conversation between you and your mom. And your mom's like, you know, I just don't understand why you can't even eat children. It takes a lot of planning. And then it goes to the person and they're like, my tattoos took more planning than most people plan to have a child. I don't even want to go there with you, mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot that are worded similarly, and I'm like, stop. Like, so many people have kids and they love their kids. Why are you pushing people that don't want kids to have kids? Like, that's how you end up with fucked up kids. What are you doing? Did we not learn? There's so many wonderful parents out there. Fuck. Like, let them have the kids. I'd let someone have my eggs. If they work and someone wanted kids and they didn't have any, take my eggs. But I don't want them. In Silicon Valley, wait, which part was? Wait, what was in Silicon Valley? Like in California? Oh my God, my idea of a cheat day is putting lettuce on a sandwich or tacos or eating a small amount of canned green beans. That's so sad. The fruit thing, dude, they were everywhere. I mean, yes, some of them were, like in like California. Like they were like beach people. Like they just looked hot on the beach all day and made videos about eating fruit. I don't even know how to put that. It was some fucking boring material. But I had an inkling it was all going to go wrong. So I kind of just had to watch it go down. And they've all gone, like, there's One of them still exists, but she just keeps getting sick. So like her community has gone from being like eating fruit all the time is the way to be, you're gonna live forever, to like, ma'am, you need a doctor. I've watched those comments change. They're pretty wild because she looks bad. My body can't handle fiber and can easily. Yeah, that is depressing as fuck. Oh my god, are you a sea slugs crayon? That's a mate. Can you imagine? I actually pride myself in not rubbernecking because it pisses me off so much when people cause traffic on the same. I actually do the same now. Like, once I learned what rubbernecking was as a person living in traffic, I was like, I refuse to look at that accident. I ain't looking at shit. Fuck that. I got places to go. Technically, you don't need an erection to have an orgasm, but yeah, well, technically true. True. But I think it was like their sex, like they didn't even get aroused. It wasn't like I'm super horny but can't get hard. It was like the arousal and everything. And it had something to do with super fucking low protein and low blood and low fluids and stuff like that. I don't remember the exact details of it, but it was pretty scary. I mean, they got scared, and let alone losing all your teeth. My God. Not all of them, but a lot. Exactly. All the children in the fucking foster system who need parents. Do we really need to add to that? I don't know a person with kids that would say, yeah. What the fuck? Come on. Come on. I mean, Rod, if you want to get real with it, she was pregnant with me when they got married. Cause she a sinful little bitch. I was conceived on a business trip in Maui. So technically no, stop it. Dumb white bitch being out a dumb white bitch out there again. Shut up, Katie. I know, I'm just saying, like, technically, I was already there. If you want to go by some people's standards. I know, Allie, it comes up, like, I've gotten so many fucking alerts on my own stream, I don't even know what to do about it. Like, it's interrupting stream. Oh my god, that's actually California's the land of fruit and nuts, as my mom said, and we're from California. That's pretty I would generalize that to most of the West Coast as someone who absolutely grew up on the West Coast most of my childhood. Like once I got out, I went straight to the East Coast because I preferred it. But like, we're nuts. We're like literal. We are a nut. We're. My mom literally has a sticker on the back of her car that says "Tree hugging dirt worshiper." Shitter's full. Barry, what the fuck? Barry just gifted a tier 1 sub to alert. So that's our life now. Thanks, Barry. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, Donna, you don't have to apologize for talking about your life. The way I view it is it's like me talking about a migraine or my cramps. Everybody is going through shit all the time, and we're all just here bullshitting to bitch about. Like, sometimes you just fucking need a bitch. We sip and we like, bitch, that sucks. What else can friends be there for? If you can't give someone 5 seconds to bitch, come on. Come on. Come on! I need to pee really bad, so we're gonna take a quick break. I had my screen moved. I mean, honestly, I have absolutely felt better just about complaining about something I just deeply needed to audibly complain about. It's like my mouth just needed to purge. It was like word vomit, and I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad. I just need to fucking... And even if it doesn't make it not that bad, sometimes it just feels nice to fucking bitch. And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, some people, like, obviously, they can't... Some people have a problem, but, like... Sometimes you gotta fucking bitch. You know? Wait, I declare bullshit. Katie, what? Oh my god. Oh, Rod, well... Hello, darkness, my old friend. She's come to spank with you again. Get in the closet, Rod! Sometimes he gets out, it's fine. He's got really thin wrists, and I just haven't found cuffs for that yet. Bitch, laugh, bitch some more. Exactly. It's even better if you can, like, bitch camaraderie. Like, if you're bitching about someone else is like, fuck yeah, dude, I also shit my pants. Can we bitch together about that? Because what the fuck is this bullshit? That's what is it? Not just camaraderie. What's the word? It's like there's some like we're all going through shit and it can feel really isolating and really fucking like a really lonely place sometimes until you're in an atmosphere where it's like everyone can just be open and be like, nah, dude, I fucking have issues all the time. And it's like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm not the only one. It feels good. Commiserating. Thank you, Kinger. Commiserating. Zip ties. Oh my God, mental note. Sit down, Rod. Misery does love company. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there is a point where it gets like toxic, where it's like, how do I say that? Like, some people, they're not here to commiserate and be like, hey, I'm kind of having a shitty day. Can we laugh together about it? And someone else is like, you know what? I'm having a shitty day too. Let's laugh about it together. There are some people where it's like, oh, you think you have it bad? Guess what? Blech. Nah, I'm never gonna be okay with that. There ain't no fucking comparing misery here or one-upping misery. Are you fucking with me? It's happened so rarely, but I am so not okay with that. That's not the same thing. The topper. Yeah, I can't. Stop it. You can't. Who are you impressing? Like, oh, goody, you shit worse? High five, brah. Good for you. Yeah, I don't there's a fine line between the two, and I'm sure all of us know exactly where that is. Like, we know you know exactly what I'm talking about. But some people, it's like they can't empathize. They can't laugh with you. They have to know, they have to feel that you feel bad for them. Feel bad for me. And it's like, fuck, dude, everybody's going through shit. I just love Katie, save me. This has made me. Katie, save me. Okay, now I can go pee. Quick break. I just have to. Welcome back. It's so sunny out right now. I feel bad locking the dogs in, but we'll go out. They're gonna go out soon. They'll be fine. But it's beautiful out right now. Like, actually, like, dare I say, warm? What are you right now? 60. It's 60 degrees. It's the 21st of December. It's the shortest day of the year, and it's 60 degrees outside. Dude, Rod, fuck yeah. I mean, most people go for the whole week, right? Most people take the week. I know. It's warm. Yeah, it's actually toasty out there. That hasn't even been on. That's such a nice little space heater. It actually turns off when it gets warm. -3 I know. Welcome to Colorado. No, that's real. You never know what you're gonna get. Colorado weather is so weird. It's bizarre. You really, I mean, some years we get snow. We literally got snow in July one time. Mountain weather's weird. It's whatever it wants to do. It's real. Like, the longer I live here, the more my like algorithm on Instagram and shit changes, and I get memes about Colorado all the time. It's well known. It's fucked. Apparently, it's been random forever. Not this random. Yes, July. I think I took a video. It was like I think it was literally like July 1st or something. I woke up in the morning and it was fucking snowing. Oh yeah, we get the weirdest. I think it has something to do. We were talking about it last week. It has something to do with some sort of rain shadow effect because we're right at the base of the mountains. Like, we just get flashes of really severe weather that kind of get squeezed out of the clouds or something. 77, dude. It's like that. It's 60 here. I'm only 17 degrees away from you right now, Genova. What the fuck? Are you chilly? I might put shorts on. I don't even know. Crazy. You've never had a white Christmas? Didn't we have one last year? I want to say I had, like, not nice, pretty snow, but, like, there was some snow. Maybe one of the years here. But no, don't we normally get slammed with snow, like, end of February, March. That's when we get our, like, fuck you snow, I think. I feel like that's when it gets, like, bury your car snow. It got chill overnight, like 44. 44 is where usually like midday when the sun's at its peak here. 60 is weird. Yeah, it's the squeegee zone. Yeah. Something like that. It's like something about the pressure and shit. It squeezes whatever's in the clouds out right on top of us. And I mean, when we get snow, it usually doesn't last too long. We do get some fucking crazy snowstorms, but usually it's a couple hours and it's just like intense. Yeah, it's real weird. Ooh, happy 420. Cheers. Earlier I was saying how we've had 80-degree days in January before. Someone was like, "How are you alive? Water boils at 100." Oh, so people have done that in chat before when I've said the degrees. They're like, "What the oh fuck, Fahrenheit." I've learned some. Like I kind of can guesstimate Celsius. Like I think like 20 C is like 72-ish, right? And I can kind of guesstimate around there. And like I think freezing is 34 degrees, which is 0, right? 34 C. I mean F. I can like guesstimate ish, but no, it's bad. Cheers. It's yeah. 32, thank you. Same shit's happened to me all the time. It's terrible. It's the beauty and the curse of the internet being so international. Sometimes we can go through an entire conversation not understanding that we were speaking 2 different languages the whole time. Like, what the fuck? 21's about 70. Yeah, see, I wasn't too far. Yeah, something like that. Kind of, eh. We use C in hospitals and stuff. I've just started to lose it. I don't really think temperatures much regularly anymore because I'm not working in the hospital. Multiply by 2 and add 30. Really? Okay, let's see. So 20 times 2, 47. Oh, bitch. Not bad. I'm sure it gets like a larger variance the bigger the numbers are, but no, that's not bad. It's a really good guesstimation math. 60 degrees. I mean, damn. I mean, is it everywhere that like Christmas is warm and sad and never a white Christmas and Halloween is always like rainy or freezing or something and miserable? We were talking about that on Halloween. I was sick. I had COVID on Halloween, but like afterwards we were talking about just memories of Halloween as kids. And I feel like every fucking year for Halloween, I would be so excited to wear a costume and end up inevitably wearing some giant jacket covering it. And I would be like walking up to someone's door, like trying to show them I had my little princess outfit, but it was fucking freezing or pouring rain or something. Yeah. What the shit is that? Hot take, we should all use Kelvin. Dude, Kelvin and Imperial. I mean, not Imperial, metric. Wow, Katie, wow. One system. Like, just one. Just pick one. We're too international to be. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense why America still pushes for Imperial and Fahrenheit. Why? Like, we're so about that. I'm not on the train. I just don't. It would be just so easy. Just why? I mean, yeah, I mean, that was the beauty, Chesh, working in medicine, everything's metric because medicine is universal. You have to be international with medicine. Everything's metric. You're working in Celsius, like it, and then you leave your hospital and it's suddenly you're back to America land and you're like, fuck, feet and stuff. What the fuck? No shit, they use pounds? Really? I've never seen that in medicine. That is weird. My car gets 5 rods to hogshead and that's the way I likes it. 5 rods to the hogshead? What? Help. Yep. Oh, we still went trick or treating. Kids are hardy. Nothing was gonna stop us from getting free candy, but I feel like I was always wrapped up in something that was not my costume. I had plenty of white at Christmases growing up in Ohio and visiting. Oh, dude, isn't that like, is Ohio considered like Midwest ish? I'm really bad with the middle of the country, but that's where they get slammed, right? Like, I think Viata usually gets like nauseating amounts of snow, and she's up by the lakes. That's not Midwest, but it's like, not a coast. I'm getting better, but I'm terrible at it. I vastly prefer F for temps, but that's only because it's the only thing that makes sense to my brain. I totally get it. I know. It sucks when you like, if you like growing up in Fahrenheit and then I go to college and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do chemistry and then medicine. And they were like, okay, so let's metric Celsius. And I was like, what? Well, what's the point of that other stuff? And they're like, nothing. And I'm like, oh, so in no professional environment ever will I ever use this imperial system ever or Fahrenheit? No, you will not. Oh, okay. Sick. That was fun. I felt a little debated. I know grams and kilograms and shit because of weed, but it is better. Maybe because cats, I feel cat and dog medicine is more prone to using pounds. Maybe to make it more palatable or whatever. Oh my god, I missed out on so much Simpsons. I still have to catch up on it. Trouble, I think I learned eventually. Like, I was trying to think. I think I had one costume that I didn't have to put on anything over it, and it was like a beetle. It was like a giant beetle with a bunch of arms with strings holding them together. And the beetle body was basically like two enormous pillows put together. I was toasty as fuck in that one. But I was dumb and didn't really put together. Like, I think I went cold again the next year. I was an idiot. Like, you just get excited. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a beautiful 8 years. Beautiful and very fast. I did see a stand about how much easier it is to divide imperial measurements versus the metric. To divide them? Do they use more decimals, I wonder? Def Midwest doesn't get slammed by like New York State, dude. Or Boston. I think Kona was talking about Boston earlier. I've never been in Boston when it's snowing, but the last time I was there I got burns on my face from how cold the wind was. The wind burned me, but it was cold. It was so fucking cold. Like, ow. Like your throat hurt cold. It was a bad mistake to walk in that. I was an idiot. The lake effect snow, that was what I was thinking of. Yeah, I learned about that literally this year. Lake effect. Chat taught me. I had never heard of lake effect in my life. Lived on a lake, grew up on a lake. Did not hear about lake effect, but I grew up in Washington where we don't get a shit ton of snow. Yeah, that whole phenomena of cold air blowing like snow is created from the lake water up. I don't know. That's fucking fascinating to me. Really? First year we're going to have a green Christmas. No snow at all. This must be a warm year for everybody then. PA gets a good amount of snow, honestly. I agree. I wish we would just go universal. It would make just the world work better. In all fairness, America is just slow on the transitioning states metric, but it is happening, really, and it will eventually be standard. That's kind of America's plan in general as time goes by. I really hope so, because I don't remember in like my, K through 12 being taught any metric. I think one time a teacher was like, a yardstick's kind of the same as a metric stick. You ever hear of that? And we were like, sure. And that was like our introduction to metric until I went to school for like science and medicine. And then I just had to fucking fast fall into it. Why use metric Celsius when freedom units exist? Yeah. Well, that's why that's probably like a very, very long-term plan, right? Thank you, Solipsis. I appreciate that. I had a fake for a werewolf costume that was super warm. Yeah, that would be the dankest. I would never take that off. Yeah, I think most engineers and stuff use metric and Celsius when it comes to their work as well, if I'm not incorrect. We got a huge rainstorm a couple days ago. Flooding? Holy shit, almost 60 degrees. It's 60 here right now, and I'm in Denver. That's what I was just saying. I went outside and I was like, it's December 21st, and it's like fucking balmy outside, if anything. This is bizarre. Like, we may not have necessarily beautiful white Christmases every year, but it's usually cold. 60's not cold. Sometimes, wow, that's a lot. Dude, the Hannaford has water up to the ceiling. Holy shit. I hope people cut down on their holiday traveling. Because that's going to be um dangerous, I guess. It's not a high as I was trying to think. I think Thanksgiving is the highest travel holiday in America, right? In the US, technically. This isn't too bad of a travel holiday, but I hope people are safe cuz yeah, I mean, like they're probably I was going to say I didn't want to be dark about it, but I'm assuming people have already died if it's that level of flooding. Maryland gets similar flooding like that. It's terrible. Because Merc I hate that shit. Wind blows over the Great Lakes and sucks up moisture, then dumps it as rain or snow. College roommate was from Cleveland, Ohio, like Seattle, wait, like Seattle, more because it rained less. What? Wow. Maybe that's where fucking Twilight should have been filmed. They're still learning imperial units. Do they learn um uh metric as well? Because I can't remember if we ever learned metric in school or if we learned conversions or anything any more than like a very one day, like, oh, by the way, there's another way to do things. I don't remember. It's been a couple years. Metric makes conversions really stupid easy. It also just goes along with so many other measuring types. Like I don't know, with cooking and stuff, I find grams to work way easier than anything else. Re-engineers, that sounds correct. That's what I thought. I dated an engineer way back in the day, but I could have been flawed in my memory. It's been a bit. Especially when it's going to be below freezing for months right after. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The ice. The ice is the scariest shit, honestly. Christmas Eve high is 50. Christmas Day is 56. Wow. Little south of Lake Erie. Wow. Just inches, feet, miles, etc. Interesting. Huh. I mean, it's still, if you live in the US, you kind of have to learn those things. So it makes sense. But if they ever go into science or medicine, they're going to have a rough day. Source me. I had a rough day. I was going through, I had a couple links you guys gave me that got lost in my charity links that I'm keeping up because I want to put those in Discord right as soon as stream is over. So if you guys want to, I think I have like 2 brain bleachies. I'm going to cheers. I don't think I have 420 cheers because my brain is spacey. But there's like 2 more brain bleachies we could end our day with they look like they're cute kitty cats. What fucks? Dude, Rogue, I'm jelly of your children. Seriously. The things like I could tell you like I've told my chat this story before. You might have heard it. It's a fucking horror story to nowadays. But like back when my mom could finally afford a computer, it was like a $200, like the cheapest HP stock computer you could get like at Costco or something possible. But we were all just stoked to have some fucking technology in the house, so I'm still grateful to this day. But the reason I wanted it is my brothers had all the game consoles, and at a certain point, my parents built an apartment over a garage and put all my brothers in that apartment, and so all the game consoles went with them, and they were stripped from me. And I was like, how am I gonna play games? And I learned you could do it on a computer. So I tried, like, I would go to Walmart and buy some weird game based on what the cover looked like. I don't even remember, and try to play it, and the computer just could not do anything. Like, it didn't have a graphics card. Like, it had the barest bones of motherboard you could possibly fathom. So I remember in high school, I had this little, my little high school job at fast food, and I saved myself like $175 or whatever. And I went to Walmart in the middle of the night, like midnight, and bought a graphics card. I don't even know how this all worked, but I just remember going and like finding the cheapest graphics card I could, buying it, going home while my PC was on. Not only was it on, like the power was on, the tower was on the ground on carpet. And I ripped the metal side off of it and jammed the fucking graphics card into the motherboard while it was on the carpet. Ah! And it worked. It worked though. I don't know how. I don't know if maybe graphics cards were just more universal back then or like hardy. I have no idea. I remember doing it. I was in my Taco Time uniform, like smelling like beans, and I fucking jammed that shit in there. And I was able to play Vampire the Masquerade. And I was so excited. And Rayman and what was the other one I had? I had Rayman and Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. I was stoked. Because the computer literally, it would just shut, it would just go black. It could not do fuck all. But it worked. I got fucking lucky. Yeah, that's what I assume. But this was years ago. Someone on stream actually, like, reminded me, like, unlocked that core memory. I'd forgot I even did that. But nowadays, knowing how to build a PC, having built many at this point, I don't know how the fuck I got away with shit. Like, nowadays, I'm, like, barefoot, but I've got my feet on my rubber thing. I'm like grounded 7 places, I'm like a laboratory scientist over my PC at this point. And back then it's just crazy. I don't know how that worked. Back then, even I think on a motherboard, you had to like click the 2 little side chassis holders, whatever, click it in. And then I didn't do any of that. I just like, straight into it. Magic. That's where all my luck for the rest of my life was used up right just then in that moment. Right just then, in that fucking moment. Now I'm done. They were 100% less universal. I just got insanely lucky. I don't know how I did this. There wasn't Google. I mean, I don't know where I would have gone to research what to put in this PC. I didn't even know what the fuck. I didn't know there was different kinds of PCs. You know what I'm saying? This was like the dawn of just a few years ago, obviously, but like I don't even know. I don't even know if I knew what Ask Jeeves was or anything like that. Like I had no clue. I just got damn lucky, but when I think about it now, I give myself little panic attacks. I'm like, you moron child. And like thinking about how fucking infuriated my mom would have been if I would have just destroyed her brand new computer she saved up to buy the family. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I wouldn't be here today. I'd probably be dead. Let's be real, I'd be dead. Date myself, fuck AGP video cards. Dude, we've all been there. It's okay. It's okay. It's terrible, but we've been there. Main reason to do Waltz Unpower is to ensure the electrical connections doesn't do weird shit while jamming. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could have shorted out. I was scooting around with socks on carpet. It was one of those, like, beige metal cases. You know the one. Like, everything was against me. I should have, by all rights, shorted everything out and destroyed that PC, and nothing happened. It was fine. And it ran my game. Like, I wasn't playing, like, anything exciting. I think I actually bought myself EverQuest, not even knowing what the fucking MMO was or what going online was, and brought it home and realized I didn't have internet, and I was like, oh, this is useless, and I just did nothing with it. Yeah, that was all my luck. My nana used to say if you're lucky enough to be Irish, you're lucky enough, and I think I used it all up at the ripe age of 16 on my parents' PC. I don't think I ever told my mom either. I think she would have killed me. Yeah, she would have killed me. Honestly, big PCBs like video cards are less likely to get shocked than DIMMs or loose chips. Really? Even if you're like scooting around on a carpet in socks? I feel like I shock shit all the time. Like I should have. I mean, I'm glad I didn't, but I should have. That should have not been an okay situation. Just, it's so weird how anal I am about it now. Like building one, watching instructions on how to build them and stuff. Speaking of, anyone hear anything about Linus Tech Tips recently? That's where I learned to build my first PC. But he got in some shit recently, and I haven't heard anything about him in a bit. I have no idea. All right. These are just two videos that were just sitting in here. I have no idea where they came from, but they got lost in it. The people. That was fucking great, Genova. My god. That little mushroom made me happy. Oh, it's the link failed, Glut. Page not found on X. I think, didn't I say what it's called, like a something something shark? Epaulet? 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 Oh, it's a port. Hold on, I'll Google both. We can compare. Port Jackson versus epaulet shark. What a weird word. Are they the same thing? Oh my god, that looks just. I googled the Port Jackson. It looks just fucking like it. Hold on. Oh my god, the epaulet shark has the same little mouth though, and I love it. Oh, cute. They look similar. Their cute little face is what's killing me. Like they just have like little. They look like little toothless mouths, and they're precious. Yeah. Why are you like this? My browser's asked me exactly 27 times today to access my location, and I'm just about to set it on fire. So this is the Port Jackson. Look at its. Oh my god, it has teeth. Wait, does it have a little sawtooth? Wait, is it one of those species that has the sawtooth? That's for grinding up little clams and shit. It's a grindy. They're precious. I don't think they're harmful to people at all. Like they're not out there munching. I think it's like literally like they grind apart like sea urchins and shit. I think cute. Well, look at the little epaulet though. They're both cute. Oh my god, the epaulet's so tiny. Is that a baby? That's a baby, right? Oh my god. Do they use their fins like feet? Oh my god. They're so cute. Oh my god, they're so cute. Cheers, Beatree. Cheers, dude. Is it using its fins like feet? Because that is cute as fuck. They're really pretty. Oh my god, Jesus on a dick. Taco, what the tip
Taco
part?
Existential tipped $20. Buy weed.
If you're gonna twist my nips, I guess I will. Thank you. I appreciate you. Wait. Okay, that's actually pretty dope. Someone literally made an epaulette shark costume for their child. Can I just say, like, winning? At first, I thought it was a troll. I was terrified. But then I saw it was just a cool mom sewing a weird animal for their child who probably likes weird animals, like me. Cute. Sorry. That's cute as shit. Cheers. Animals are cool. Sharks are fascinating. The fact that there's so many animals defined as a shark, but like not all sharks have big, scary, fucking like great white teeth is weird to me. Like that. Look at that little fucker. Shut up. Cute. I mean, it probably wants me dead, but oh, shut up. He did a video on it. It's just funny. I don't know. He's down to earth. Oh, he'd do it. I was gonna say there's one shark video that I was gonna suggest to you that's not the blacktail one, but he did one recently, and it's like it's kind of a goof, but his kid gets a book, and it's full of so many fucking inaccuracies that Clint like almost can't handle it anymore. Like he doesn't want his kid to have it when he's totally realistic that his kids are kids. You know, it's a child's book, and I want to say it was sharks. It might have been whales though. Hold on. It's the who would win a battle, and it's like it poses two animals that would likely never ever be in contact with each other, you know, in real life. But they like the book. I don't know. It was hilarious, and there was like sharks and whales. I don't know. Look through his catalog. He's just fucking great. If you'd be hard pressed to find an animal this fucker hasn't covered yet. I mean, you'd have to dig deep into some obscure shit. He's been making videos forever. I've been watching him forever. They're great. He truly is very knowledgeable. Yes, Donna. Oh God, that's the thing. And it's everything. Even animals. I mean, I've seen him. I can't think of an example of one, but I've seen him do videos on animals where he's not a huge fan of that animal. There are some animals that give him the EBGBs, and he still gets excited. He still gets excited about all the facts of it. And he brings in other specialists like he did there that know more about a certain animal and will talk about them and stuff. It's fun to see someone fucking passionate about something. Thanks for watching that super long video with me, though. We've gone over. Dude, I have two dogs just sitting, staring at me like the twins in The Shining. Bob, you know what time it is. What up, Vex? That was worth it, though. If you guys ever want to watch Clint's, I would watch Clint's videos till the end of time. He is very smart. I'm gonna give you the one that's his rating kids as what level of pet they would be because I think you'd enjoy it, especially if you're a mom. It's pretty funny. And he includes his wife in his videos sometimes. How did we even get there? Oh, we were watching Brain Bleach because we watched some Trump shit today, you know, just like learning about the weird legal shit around him. And we needed Brain Bleach. And one of the Brain Bleaches was this adorable shark that like did this happy dance where it would like wiggle out of the water. And I was like, oh my God, that shark has no teeth. It and I was like, it's precious. I need to know what it is. And we ended up watching Clint's Reptiles on the epaulette shark, which is so cute. And it walks. It has peats. It's a shark with little tootsies. Like precious little one. Oh God, it was so cute. Look it up though. Tomorrow's Faded Friday, right? Right? Today's Thursday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Faded Friday. But as I've been saying every day this week, if you're taking off or doing family stuff and I'm not gonna see you the rest of the month, I hope you're safe. Drive safe, especially in the parts of the country where the weather has fucked you lately. Please be safe, take your joy, drink water. Drive safe, all of those things. I don't even, you know what? Last hit. I have to find someone to raid, so last hit's gonna be a big nasty Keef Bowl. Um, I will put the charity information into the Discord if anybody's curious and would like to read more, and I'll tweet about it and stuff like that, and then we'll start that Christmas Eve. What was I doing? Raid. I really hope I'm not getting sick. Knock on all the wood, please. Fuck yes. Yes. Bring it tomorrow if you're here, Donna. But, bring it any day, obviously. But, bring it. Yes. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Whatever the fuck you do this time of year. I hope you have a good time. If you have nothing to do, I'll be here. If you want to come chill, we'll probably be doing the same old, hanging out, raising money for those that are less fortunate than us, etc. Listening to good music, the pot, whatever. It is the holidays for those that imbibe in recreational marijuana. Make sure to load up before the actual day of, because I don't know if most weed stores are even open on the holidays. Don't leave yourself fucked. Solstice, Yule, Hanukkah. My brain is borked, I know. It's just, I'm just tired. I'm tired, probably. Oh my gosh, General Andrews' anniversary? Shut up. No. Oh shit. Thank you. He must have tweeted about it, right? Hold on. I'm going. Aha! Thank you. I try to pull this stream up before I do the raid because, it's so stupid, but since they eliminated hosting, if I raid somebody, it doesn't toss me into their channel. So a lot of the times I'll raid them and then I have to go manually find their channel again, and it's really annoying, so I try to do it before I fucking do it. So stupid. I put some keef on my ash, so let's just fucking, yeah. That's it. Faded Friday tomorrow. Holidays, if you do them, coming up. If not, come hang out. I don't know. Probably start a new game series soon. I think we kind of decided as a group-esque just to continue the Alan Wake series. I played Control, which is definitely not the first game, so Alan Wake, Glut got him for me. Thank you so much, Glut, and I'm really excited. So I think I'll install those ones, but we also had Darksiders and shit. I don't know. We'll talk about it. It's whatever. I'm just excited we picked a charity. That's success. What is he playing? Hold on. Why does this look so familiar? What is this game? What is this game? Where is the title of the fucking game? Why does this game look so familiar? It looks painfully familiar. Chesh, your charity got fucking picked by... I was gonna do a second round if it was a close call, but it was overwhelmingly your charity. Oh, yeah. Overwhelmingly so. There wasn't even a question, which is amazing. I offered to do another round. Everybody was like, nope, animals are important. Mental health is important. It's a one and done kind of bag. It's kind of the essence of our community, right? Loving animals and people. So, I'll be working on that, but I'll officially launch at Christmas Eve, and then I usually run them through New Year's Day. Because I figure that's when people are coming home from vacation and stuff. I've done charity in the past the week before Christmas, and that's usually when people are traveling and seeing family, and it's just not... People will come back after the holiday and be like, oh, I was out of town, I didn't know, and then I feel really bad. I'll even let it go longer if someone says that. Oh, I'm fucking out of town. I don't care. We can let it go forever, really, but it's fun to do it for the holidays. It looks... but he was in a B. It says where the fuck? I don't know. We're gonna raid, and then we'll figure it out. That's what's gonna happen, because I don't know. I want to know the title because it looks really familiar. Dream Faster Nemo. It doesn't sound familiar, but the game is maybe I watched one of my brothers play or something. I don't know. I want to say it's some weird nostalgia things happening in my brain and recognizing it on a strange level. I don't know. Cheers. Let's raid General Andrews. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and thank you to everyone who's come by to say thank you or to say congratulations or whatever. Celebrate the 8 years. It's phenomenal that anything lasts that long, let alone this. So thanks for that, you nerds. I appreciate you. Come by tomorrow if you want to listen to good music and look at funny videos and stuff. I've got my dogs haunting me around all corners and farting everywhere, so I'm going to go walk them. But General Andrews is a fucking precious bean. We must protect at all costs, and I hope you have a good time. If you're not coming with us on the raid, please stand up, stretch your legs, get some water, and take care of yourselves. And I'll see you whenever. If I don't see you, I'll see you when I see you. Whatever. Have a good holiday. You know.